follow is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Uno lovers around the world, it's time for the one and only Movie May. Welcome to the month of May. We're not there yet. It's only April 28th. We're about to unlock the theater of what's to come. So grab the popcorn, grab some snacks that are overpriced probably, and get your butt in the seat, because it's about to go down like my profile picture in the DMs. Anyway, hello everybody, welcome to Movie May. I want to thank Gerard for winning this tournament and picking a great theme. Movie May is going to be cinema, as the fans say. If you're streaming this on YouTube or listening, we're going to go through a little bit of the reveal, which is the theme reveal, some of the graphics pack. I want to thank my main man, Zach103 and Cody Lamas. Those two guys put in the work. Never miss. Let's give love to Zach and Lamas from afar. Shout out the homies. Appreciate you guys to the moon and back. Check us out in T3 Leafs. Here is the logo, the Movie May logo. We got 4 unique people on the logo. Of course, we got our last year's defending T3 Masquerade May champion, Bad Brad from last year. He's looking to defend the one that he so much needs, of course, after a tough T1 and 2. Brad looked to come back. And then, of course, the OG Tournament 3 winner. Been on a slump lately, but can he turn up the summertime gold? We may not be in the summer, but it's very gold. Number 11 looking to make it happen on the logo as well. Then our 2 runners-ups. Of course, our first OG runner-up, Charles Sandman Sanford. The OG himself, double silverist medalist, 250 plus starts, a legend in his own right. And then lastly, the guy that a lot of people did not know or love, but he made a name last year. And he finally got the break. May have not got that trophy, where a gold medal wrapped around his neck, but he's looking to come back. Let's give it up for Yoshi Awesome. All right, that's my best little narrator there. Pumped up narrator, to say the least. That's going to be your Movie May logo. Looking forward to it. Should be a fun one. Once again, I want to thank out good old Zach and Lamas. Of course, Zach made the logo, and Lamas made what you're about to see here in a second. But so you're probably thinking, Kay, what are the theme names for the regions? Well, we have 4 unique regions. I'm going to post them right here. We're going to start the first region, and this is a classic region. When the first thing you think about going to the movie, you think about one little classic thing. And that's popcorn. Someone just said, bring the popcorn, get your popcorn ready. Well, that's absolutely what we're going to be doing in Movie May. Get the popcorn ready. I'm going to post the graphic in a second. Popcorn region will be not ordered by G. G, of course, is the 1 seed. That's the only spoiler I'll give. The rest, you'll have to figure out for yourself. But there's the old popcorn region. There's the thumbnail made by Zach. Got the old classic red and white popcorn bowl. How can you not go with the classic? I mean, that's a sin if you ain't going with the classic, boys. Classic red and white popcorn bowl. And then, the second region, of course, you got to wash that popcorn down with something. So, of course, you got to go with the classic soda pop. So, the soda region will be region number 2. We'll see who's that mystery soda region. Of course, we do have a confirmation that will also be by Allen. Of course, we lost. Well, we lost H, of course. H was Great player in the league, but he unfortunately just some time constraints won't be here anymore. We do wish him the best. He may still be around the parts of the league in Grimland or something, but there's the old soda region. Of course, you get a soda, but maybe you're not too into the fizz, right? You maybe need something a little cooler, right? You need something a little cooler. It is May, right? The summertime's kicking up. I'm pretty sure some people in here said it's 85 degrees today. That's our director. So you said it was 85 degrees. So maybe you got to wash it down with something a little colder. A slushie? Let's go with a slushie, boys. Pick the flavor you want. The classic slushie region. Got the soda and the slushie. And then the last region, this is a classic, right? This is a classic. If you know the shout out Jerry, and I'm smelling it. You know this region, then. That's an old classic lore from 2024. I'm rhyming and diamond. But what flavor do you prefer? Well, we're going to prefer a little candy to go with our popcorn or maybe a soda slushie to wash it down at the end for some dessert. Candy region in store. There's our 4 region names. The popcorn region, the soda region, the slushie region, and the candy region for Movie May. Looking forward to it. Now you're probably wondering, okay, well, what's next on the agenda? Well, next on the agenda is the classic, the entry list. Everyone loves this. The entry list is a classic thing. Of course, this is all Cody Lamas. He does a fantastic job. In the words of Heat Check Guard, absolutely fantastic, boss. Absolutely fantastic indeed, Art. Appreciate you saying that, my friend. Let's get out the cinema. Let's get out the movie theater, popcorn, and let's go to the Legends class. We'll go T3, Movie May, entry list here. I'm typing it in. And we started off with the old Legends class. And for the Legends class, it's all about, as I'll go for the logo right here. I don't have the emoji. We'll get that later. But the Legends class here, we'll put that in. We do have the Legends emoji, though. We will have that going. So we'll put that put the L class right there next to it. As we're just going to load that up. Of course, I'm doing this all by myself. So going to have a little fun with this one. There we go. Legends class. Copy that. And of course, like a fool, of course. There's the Legends class. Just going to put that off. There we go. And copy this. There we go. And boom. There's the graphic. And we're going to start it off with the number 1 by numerical. Of course, it's numerical order. So we'll start it off with Bad Brad, your defending champ, the number 6, 2-time medalist. Masquerade May last year. And of course, Super League 24. 3-8. Needs a win. Desperate. Hailing from Washington State. We all know this guy. This guy's great. The classic, the boss, the old KT7. Hailing from New Jersey, 5-time medalist. We know the drill with the boss. Tapir coming in at 15-12 to start the year, 3-2. Of course, he won Jungle July, which he'll be defended tournament winner of T4, and of course, he had the debut bronze medal in his first ever D1 tournament, T2 last year, which was Aquatic April. We all know the world champ, regular season, Super League champ, 3-time silver medalist, 31-25 start the year. Back to our ways with the number 15, the classic. Hailing from Florida, it's the world champ, Ashley. We got captain of the 7 Seas at 17-12 from Latvia, making it happen. Had a great start to the year, 3-2. We'll see what he can do in the old number 27 hot rod. And then Yepes, the double 7s, of course, the classic Super League world champ, 2023 T4 champ. And of course, there was the college team, a bronze medalist from your March Madness 25 at 35-21. Hail from Venezuela. JT. Jesse Turner, 4-8 this year's had a slow start. Can he pick up the heat? We'll find out. JT, always one for the heroics, though, in the midseason. We'll see what he can do. And then, of course, we got Christian Tago. Chris Tago, another one that's been on Sweep Island. He's only had gentleman sweeps or sweeps at 8-9, looking to find some magic for Christian Tago. And then to round it out, a former silver medalist of this tournament, Charles Sandman Samper. Looking forward to seeing what Samper can do in this tournament as he looks to build some momentum back at a 1 win to start the year. See what he can do come T3. That's your Masters class. That's your Legends class lineup. We'll move over to the Masters class now. And in the Masters class, of course, we have our defending tournament winner from T2, which will be G. So he will carry the number 1 plate. Of course, that's tradition, league tradition. In the league, you win. You get the number 1 plate, as I like to call it. There's G at 33-16. Of course, G is I would say more of a 2-state lifer for sure. And he'll be coming in here at 33-16. And he'll make it happen again. See what we can do. The classic Varigold from T3, 4-8 from Illinois. Varigold, obviously a tough start to the year, until looking to find some rhythm. We'll see what he can do moving forward in T3. We got Nam 11-13, rough start to the year, but a lot of hope in the Nam camp as he looks to make it happen, and he'll go 11-13 to start the year. Yoshi, the old classic, 7-11, get the slushy, get the big gulp, whatever you like to say. The former silver medalist 1 year ago will look to go one spot better in 2025. Cody Lamas, of course, the man who made these graphics. Tough start to the year. We'll see what he can do at 4-8 from 4 to the old classic 4-8. Got Aria coming up next. Of course, Aria making her return from the leagues. Had an interesting start. The old classic 1-2. Had a good first tournament, then fell off a little bit. See what she can do. A 9-11, of course, from New York. And Peter Onjak from Illinois, of course, the OG champ. Solid start to the year. Double deuces on the old resume. 2-2, 11-13. But he's had some momentum. We'll see what Peter can do coming up here in May. Got WB, the classic Brock the Rock to control the fade. William Brock from Georgia, 3-8. We'll see what he can do. Classic silver medalist from T5. We'll see what William Brock the Rock can do. And lastly, of the guys that have a medal, Clay Wolf. Good old 17-16 from New Jersey. T5 2023 silver medalist, the old survival team. T-check Ard, Vapor, JC, Chomik round out the field. Ard, of course, at 3-8. He's looking to bounce back in a big way. He'll be the main event coming up soon. Vapor, 21-12 from Utah, respectively. Jay Caesar and Chomik from Brazil and China have had solid starts to the year. They will look to continue the momentum as they should in their respective first-round matchups. Now we go into the more interesting class of the year. This has been more of an intriguing class as we have some new people that have joined the fray. And one thing we will announce is there will be no more third-place game where both players will split the medal. That's now a thing of the past. We have decided on some rules. So if you were just joining us and we're like, hey, KT, what's the rules for the next tournament for the old Final Four and finale? Well, that's going to be the CSR rules. It's going to be a good one. I'll tell you, this has been developed. It's the classic what we've been doing. We should hope to have a more stable field moving forward with that. So that will be the classic CSR back. Looking forward to that. Now we'll go to the veterans class. The veterans class, of course, was led by the old famous man Lane Sanders, but Lane, he's got some new company at the old crowd, and we'll start it off with, how about that, Myth? Myth gets his first ever medal, and for Myth, what a start to the year it's been. First Final Four in history, 5 wins. Unbelievable. 27-20 from Florida. He will look to continue, and then he's got his 2 bronze medalist buddies, Lane from T4 last year, 21-20 from Bama, and then Monkey from WV, West Virginia. Now, Mama, we'll see what he can do out there at 23-14 record from the WV. DJ Curtis, of course, looking to bounce back at 4-8. He's from Missouri, goes from California. Good start to the year, but could be better in his eyes. We talked to him a little bit behind the scenes. He's looking to make some strides. Same with Carson K. Money from Texas, Heart of Texas. We'll see what he can do with the Heart of the Cards at 17-12 in the Cinema Movie Theater. Bowtie 6'11" coming off of sleep. We'll see. He tends to be a late season bloomer. We'll have to pick something up. Good tournament for Seth Cole, finishing the top 10. Racking those good finishes up, 2-2, though, similar to Peter, similar to background character, which we'll see in a little bit, similar to Nam, trying to gain some momentum at 14-15. One of the more unfortunate guys, I would say. Abian, of course, had some issues, and we look forward to seeing what he can do. This time with a better schedule of 5-5, and then Ed Ziemba and Toaster Guy around at the field for Ed. Good start to the year, really starting to gain some momentum compared to where he was last year at 0-2. Good start to the year for Ed. Made the Elite 8, got those 3 wins, and Toast as well. Always been a high flyer ever since really this tournament 1 year ago where he infamously gave up that Sanford comeback and then decided to make a runner to the finish. And now he made Super League last year. We'll see if he can run it back. All right, now we go to the longest amount of people in the entry list, and that's our old novice class. And our novice class is going to be led by, well, of course, Nick. And you look at Nick, it's been an interesting season to start. Of course, he won 2 pages, by the way. And for Nick, he started the season in the best way, winning that old March Madness. Got the trophy around his neck, or I guess around his mantle. Good for Nick to get the win, but he didn't do much in said Automotive April, the theme he picked. Unfortunately for Nick, just wasn't what he was looking for. We'll see what he can do come T3 now in movie May. been a weird year for Allen. The only other guy that's got a medal in this class, of course, Allen. Lost a weird one to Leah. He's had an up and down year, similar to Tago, similar to Aria. Maybe someone to watch out for, as they're the only two medalists in this class. Now I'll go hot rod heat check right here. We'll start it off with a hot rod. We got Bryant. Got Bryant, of course, at 4-8, hailing from Texas. Ellison at 2-8, hailing from Indiana. A. Rogers had a good tournament last tournament. He did really good to make it to the second round, beating Tomic, which was a big player. At least he starts at 7-9 from Tennessee. He'll look to make it happen. Oklahoma comes in here at 9-9 with Retro. Retro, interesting start to the year. Lost round 1 last tournament to Seth in a crazy four play on the wild cards. Last 4 cards were wilds, which is insane. Seth takes care of business there. We got Matt Johnson coming in here at 2-8. He's had a rough season, to say the least. It's been absolutely rough. 2-8 from Illinois. He'll look to find something going on in the right direction moving forward. And then we got Zach 103 at 8-9. Of course, he made all these graphics out on the entry list, which was made by Lamas. You'll see that a little bit later. We got some more fun stuff planned. He's coming at 8-9. Acosta at 4-8. LaPlante 3-8. Yet looking for their first wins of the season from the old Northeast New England regions, New York and New Hampshire, respectively. Leah from Kentucky had a great tournament too, and one good start to the year, coming in here at 3-2. And Stingray, similar, both 3-2, lost in 7-9. We'll see how this goes for Sting and Leah, as that will round out page 1. We'll go to page 2 now. On page 2, we've got MGR looking for his first win, of course. Canadian. We got our Canadian friends here. Larry Hu at 18-14 just made the Elite 8. It's going to be a good one for him. See if he can get the momentum. There's our guy Radin 8-9 from Turkey. And Logan, of course, great tournament for Logan. Made the Sweet 16 back-to-back tournaments for the first time in his career. Similar with Andy, top 25 ranked players, 2019, 2017, respectively, from Pennsylvania. And the last 2 players are from California. Of course, Andy, 2017. And Drip Drop, off the raindrop top. We'll see what he can do at 9-14, coming in from California. One of the most efficient players in the league is Drip, by the way. His career has been insanely efficient, 7-6 and 30-43 all time. That is something, man. There's not a lot of players that can say that, so we'll see what Drip can do. I'm just going to put novice class page 2 now for fans to see at home, and then we'll get to the rookies, of course. And there we go. Get the novice class page 2 going. Just going to put that in. And voila, there you go. And lastly, the rookie class, which will be led by Gman. And for Gman, what a season it's been so far. It's been a hell of a year for Gman. He made the finale. A lot of people were not expecting him to even turn up till maybe the later parts of the year, but he turned up right now and said, not so fast, my friends. He'll look to continue the momentum at a classic 29-22. Of course, want to shout out Cody for still putting Steven on the top ropes as the D2 world champion from last year. That's respect right there. And he'll be coming in at 4-8 looking for his first win in D1, at least ever. And he'll see what he can do. And then we got Camaro 5-11, Eric Monaco 5-8, Knight 5-8. Camaro got that win over Sanford. Eric and Knight been more competitive for Eric this season compared to last season. Knight snake bitten by power play at 5-8. Goldie, ironically, is also from New York and 9-11. It's unfortunate. And M4-8 from Kentucky. One of the more leftover rookies, as I like to say, M and Monaco. Jen had 6-10 from Tennessee, but we'll also look to get back on track after a tough loss to Nam. Hockey, tough loss to Sanford. We'll look to get back on track. At the classic Canadian Crusaders, the last one of them is 6-9 at the 154. And background character, we all know what he can do as our last player at 13-11 from Wales, the 537. All right, joining us in the booth before I go any further is the main man who picked the theme himself, G. Welcome to the program, man. Thoughts on this theme, man? We talked about this a little bit on the pod, but your thoughts on this theme, man? What was the inspiration behind it before we get any further?
I mean, within the tournament, I wanted to come up with something that I think could be a good middle of the season theme to kind of keep the action flowing. I had a few ideas here, and ultimately, I can't say this was 100% on me. I kind of just proposed an initial idea that worked with the comm team, including you, Short, Art, everyone involved, to kind of straighten out the details and make it the best it could possibly be. So We had a few ideas up for consideration, including a few ideas that would have actually been relatively different than what we've seen in the past, but ultimately settled on Movie May. A lot of good ideas we could pull from this, and I think you'll see that with the well, you saw it with the themes, and I think you'll see it with a lot of the design aesthetic as well as the cards, which I did say in the VC chat that the number font is Star Wars inspired for the cards, so that'll be exciting. But yeah, I like the idea of Movie May. I think you can make a lot of good puns with it. Like this match was absolute cinema. Going into the final act with Game 7, or something like that. So, I think that's ultimately kind of the goal for me with what comes to a good theme, where you can kind of blend it in a lot with like the tournament in terms of like the news media and also the commentary with the matches. And then also just it stands out and it's not something that's like dull. And I think a lot of people would say that movies are very entertaining and not dull unless your name is Joker 2. But this tournament will not be Joker 2. I can tell you that much. But
Well, G, you're the ones. Yeah, keep it going. You keep going. Yeah.
but yeah, again, I think people are going to enjoy this one, and I'm excited to see how this all unfolds. And I think we've done some good prep work to make this another great theme, because I think we've kind of I think we've been on a good start so far with the themes, because I think Automotive April was really good, and I'd like to keep up the same momentum here with Movie May.
Absolutely, Gene. One more thing. You are the one seed, of course. You're the man in charge at the old table, right? You will one seed on a bye. Of course, you'll be on bye island.
Yeah, see, there you go, Puzzle Dan. This will be a blockbuster tourney for sure. Like, there you go.
If I had a soundboard, you know what I'd be doing right now.
Stage don't do it, but no. Anyway, that's not about that Discord. That Discord. Talk to Discord. Anyway, no. All joking aside, but anyway, let's keep it going. G, your thoughts on being the one seed for this tournament?
Well, I mean, this is the first time I'm on Bye Island, so that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, it's gonna be a different way of looking at things, because just historically speaking, I usually do better when I'm the underdog. So I'm kind of getting thrown back into that spot I was in for a good chunk of last season. So we'll have to see how I can make it where I have a different fate here and just don't get upset in the round of 32. I'd like to see if I could go on a bit of a run. Obviously the goal is to try to go back to back, but I'm not going to try to go in saying like I have to do that, because that's really, really hard to do. But yeah, at this point I'm really just fighting for seeding here, and especially with this middle of the month being very hectic for me. I think having this bye is going to be at least somewhat nice, and be able to give me a little bit of a leeway, I guess, when it comes to not having to worry about having to schedule a match initially in this first round. Round of 32 might still have some aspects of that, but we'll get to that when we encounter it.
Yeah, it's the beauty. Well, that's the beauty of this tournament. It is the one tournament, as I say, is a little bit harder on the old people, the old team, because we do have a lot of people on finals and all that good jazz. So we'll see how this one goes. But appreciate that, G. Now we're just gonna wait to get some things loaded in here. We'll start it off with the Legends class logo. This one, of course, I just got this loaded up. Can't get everything loaded in, but I just try to get this one. We got the Legends class logo. So we're gonna go left to right. We got. I'm just gonna tag the people. This is in order. So what we do for these class logos, this is in order of the people that are currently with the best average finish. So you'll see it right here. And sure, you got that up, buddy?
Do I have what?
All right, maybe I'll do this one. That's okay. This is more the Legends logos and stuff, the class logos.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I got.
I'll on stream, but
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, this is more. I just got to get this out of the way. I'll get it going. So we're going to start this off with, that's okay. You don't have to review this. We got the boss, of course, averaging a crazy average finish right now. I think it's 4.5. Yepes is right there at a 6.5. Ashley's at 10. I think Sapir is at a 18 or so. I'm not going to go into full detail. You guys can see it for yourself. But this is based off average finish. So you will see this in the release. And hold on, I got to get that going. Just got to upload it.
I'm able to show the channel, actually.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you want to see like
I'm
a
there
full
right
breakdown
now.
of the class, like the average finish of the class championship standings, there is a tab available on that on the league database, so you could take a look at that if you'd like. But I know
Yeah,
KT's take a second to post this.
yeah, it takes a little bit because I guess the file's too big. That's okay. I gotta use the app to shrink it. I'm just gonna there we go. There we go. It takes a little bit. There's the this is based off of average finish after T2. I'm just gonna post that. So there's the class logo. There's the cards. There's your you want to call the Star Wars cards or whatever. There you go. You don't see that in the wild cards, but the rest of the numbers you can see for sure.
Mm-hmm. I
There's
believe the theme was called Soloist, so that's the font we used.
Correct. Yeah, the Soul is fun. It's more of the Jedi Star Wars. I'm not gonna say a rip off, but it's definitely something. Masters class now. We'll keep it rolling here. I'm just gonna, like I said, get all these graphics live and loaded here. And for the Masters class, of course, the top average finish right now is none other than Jay Caesar, who had made 2 Sweet 16s. That will get you done in terms of propelling you to a higher average finish. Right behind him is none other than Vapor, another guy. Solid start to the year. Of course, he made the Elite Eight after his round 32 exit. He will look to go and make it happen. Ironically, the next 2 cards are the +2 cards. We got none other than the man himself that made the theme G coming in next for the Masters class. And then lastly, Clay. So if you're keeping track at home, that's the following cards. That is a green +2, popping biles with the G6, a yellow +2, and a blue +2. So the +2s are wild in the Masters class right now. It's kind of ironic.
I'm actually going to post the standings also in the VC chat for anyone who's curious as well. So
yeah. You go ahead. That is no problem. So you're going to see that as well. And next up will be the Vets class. The Vets class, of course, interesting. Lane Sanders has been one of the biggest talking points in the Vets class. He's been really the man in charge in that class, as he is the best in terms of average finish. But he's got some skip reverse meta right behind, and I mean a lot of them. We started off with Myth coming in at second place to start the year here. Really interesting. Really intriguing for Myth. He hasn't been this up there in a long time. He like we've talked about, he's been here since the start. A really OG of this league, and we'll see what he can do come the next tournament here, as he is going to be revealed here shortly. But we got, of course, Lane Houdini, the classic. Then we've got Myth himself. You know, a lot of people said we joke about Mythical May. Well, we'll see if he can be that unicorn later. Then the reverse skip meta, starting it off with Toasty, the old red reverse, good old Toaster guy. Crikey, man, the old fun guy. He's a good dude. Toast making it happen. Crikey. Stand back, Joel. Have a size of this beauty. Anyway, we're not going to go too in depth. But, well, Miss Steve, man, ripped to the legend, absolute goat. Carson, K Money rounds us out, and that will be your Vets class. Vets class, like I said, has been a more interesting class this year. A lot more parity. A lot of people may have not had these people at the front, so we'll keep that in mind moving forward with the Vets. Now I've got to do the old classic, drop the tiny PNG, so I got to do the other 2. So while that, you want to fill some dead energy, talk about anything else? So while we had the break here, want to talk about anything else we announced? I know we have some for Card Star relegation stuff. You want to do anything there?
I mean, Card Star regular, the CSR is going to be universal now. So Final Four and Finale will no longer have MCSR. We're going to go CSR full way for D1. So that was a quick change we made after pulling the league. And then also with the adjustment for the relegation tournament, I mean, it went 16-3, so that is going to be approved. So that will be the format for the rest of the season. So when it comes to this relegation talk, that will be the format we talk about. So again, when I do my usual post round 1 or round 2, depending on when it's finalized, that will be updated in consideration. So hopefully that will make it more of an actual format, and I guess it's a little bit more fair for the players depending on where they get. But that should also help with this issue with people dropping out mid-season.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to that. We have been working on that. We're going to see how this continues to evolve and make it in the season. As we'll now move over to that novice class. That said novice class, and the novice class. Well, it's an interesting class to say the least. We talked about Nick, of course, being the man in charge. But remember, he had a little bit of a fall off, lost round 1 when he came back from that Bye Island, and we've all known the curse and the love affair of Bye Island. It's either hit or miss, but we'll see what Nick can do as one of the big favorites of that class. I would say right now he is the favorite in terms of finding the momentum. Probably a surprise after that, though. We got a pocket 3s in the back pocket. We started off with Logan. Now, that is someone you probably at the beginning of the year like, what? Who is that, right? Oh, he's done a great job, back-to-back Sweet 16s, and he's been hanging in there like an absolute champ right now. See what he can do moving forward. Then another surprise, Andy, back pockets. We talk about those pocket 3s, the old red 3, blue 3 classic. We'll see what those two can do as they look to continue their momentum. And then lastly, not really a surprise. This guy was a favorite to begin the year in this class. Good old Sting. He's been a guy that has been up and down in his career, but now he's starting to find rhythm. Stingray rounds out the novice class. And then lastly, the classic rookies. And, well, the rookies, it's who's who, right? We know background and Gone have been the 2, and, well, it's background characters. Right now, of course, with the best average finish, background leads that class. And I think for background character, it's going to be more about just finding the groove here. He's had a good start to the year. He was our last player ranked in the top 25 rankings, which was a good system, and we look forward to continuing that. Maybe not so much as the mains. We'll go over the Super League stuff moving forward. However, we will start and begin with the classic stuff for the usual Super League, and maybe we'll even do AP as a side piece, of course, on that. Gone, of course, made the finale. He's been a heavy hitter so far to start the year. We'll see what he can do. You think with his great run, he can start to maybe challenge, maybe not just for the class title, but start to challenge in a little bit more of different ways for sure. Then the other two, maybe a surprise here, a Goldie really has been just enough to really stay up there in top 4 in average finish. Like I said, only 1 win to start the year, but top 4 in the class in terms of average finish. And then lastly, Hockey, same kind of deal, 1 win season so far. We'll see what they can do. We'll see what he got going in Canadian Crusade. That's the classes. Looking forward to seeing. I will fix the Masters class. Got the wrong logo on that. That's the class. So the only thing left to drop before we get into the bracket is none other than, well, we're going to record it tomorrow. We're going to drop the old pod logo. And I tell you, I want to thank Cody because Cody, he really knows a thing or two about the classics. I've been saying that word a lot. I've been saying that word a lot, right? Been saying that word a lot. And the old pod thumb it really is a classic. As I'm just going to load this up. You know, we just got off of the classic Automotive April, the Gearhead tournament. Everyone loves the Gearheads, of course. I sure as hell do. But we all love that. But we gotta think about, well, if we're a Gearhead, then where are we going from there? Well, how about a little drive-in movie theater? I think that's only fitting. Cody cooked on this. If you're going to see it in movie May release, I think this is a perfect pod backdrop. That's beautiful. Got the theater coming at. You got the 2 cars right there. We're car guys ourselves. What's your thoughts? I like this one. Cody cooked on this one, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not loading. Oh, there we go. Well, I mean, yeah. I think it's a good, I guess, theming here, but yeah, I guess it's kind of just lounging in the car, discussing what happened. I guess that's kind of the vibe you get. But I guess this is also the first time that we're reviewing the tape in a literal sense with the big screen. So
yeah.
I guess you have some theming with that, but yeah, it's Cody kind of just does the pod stuff, so we thank him for that.
Absolutely, legend. Appreciate Lamas. He always at the top. He always delivers great content. Looking forward to that. Now we'll get into the match. I know it's what everyone's waiting for. Of course, we talked about G. He's already locked Skidaddy out of here. He's on Bye Island chilling. I guess it'd be Theater Island, right? I guess he'd have to go Theater Island. I'm not sure what to call it. What do you think, G? What should we call Bye? Because it's not really an island tournament. It's not really. What do you think? The concessions. What are you running? The concessions? What do you got? What do you think we should call it instead of Bye Island?
I don't know. It's for me. It's kind of like just sitting at home booting up Netflix. So,
oh boy.
I just didn't go to the movie theater.
Staycation, yeah. G?
I guess so, yeah.
Staycation G, that's it. That's
Vacation Island.
Stay oh boy. God Almighty! All right, well, we'll call it staycation now. Whatever we want to call it, that's going to be. Not short, by the way, is going to, I believe, do the polls. Obviously, we wish Jay Caesar the best. He had a little bit of extracurricular activities. I'm sure he'll pump out the schedules though tomorrow. He's a legend with that, man. With scheduling, let me tell you, as soon as we're done, we're gonna catch our next flight and work on the scheduling right away. We don't waste time here. It's called getting it done. So anyway, we'll have that getting ready to roll here. Man, I just gotta find
Did we reveal the round names?
Oh no, we didn't. Yeah, okay. I did not do that. Okay, I'll review all the round names. Sure. Let me go find that before we do that. I'll go to round names. So, once again, my fault there. I know that you guys are probably saying, "Hey, it's 40 minutes." Well, welcome to KT. It's what you what do you expect?
I probably shouldn't have said anything, but I'm gonna based on the fact that we haven't. I'm about to spoil something by showing the bracket. But yeah,
that's okay.
I mean,
that's okay.
Do you want me to roll through with this? Because I mean these ones mostly were unchanged when I gave the initial proposal. So
for what?
Oh, the round names.
The round names. Yeah.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. I'm just gonna post them in the movie May release. Yeah. You go for it.
Okay.
If you want to roll with it, go for it.
Do you have like an image with it, or?
There's no image. No. It's
There's
just
no
round
image.
names.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well. Okay. So the idea of these round names actually are based off like different specific genres or like types of movies. So. And I think in a way it kind of lines up with some of the expectations for the round as well. So we're starting off with the Slapstick 64, which I think is a fitting name because the round 64 brings a bunch of chaos and some funny moments. Because let's be honest, this first round sometimes you get your occasional good games, but sometimes you get some stupid nonsense moments that are for a bunch of giggles and whatnot. So you might have some stupid moments in there for a good old laugh. But that starts off the round. But then we get into the more interesting stuff where we split the field. Thriller 32, that's where you really start to see some of the more exciting games, but also could be a scary spot for some people as they don't really want to go get one win and then be out of the tournament, especially for people who are having like playoff aspirations or even want to just full out escape the relegation conversation as well. So trying to get out this round can be a scary task, but if you do it, you enter the Sci-Fi 16, which is more of a mysterious rounds. It's a mixed bag you could really get from this one. Sometimes we see all close games. Sometimes we see things that are bizarre and we've never seen before. So going to be a lot of mysteries in this one as we get some science fiction in this one. And then finally the Epic 8 going to be an epic conclusion for the regional finals. Again, Epic is a adventurous tale. So all the players who make it to this point will be trying to conclude their regional adventure here with a win to make the Final Four, and then Final Four is Final Four, and then I believe what we did for the finale is the final act.
Correct.
So that'd be the end of the end of movie May, the last chapter of the story, and we'll see who ends up coming off top and gets to do the victory celebration at the end, like in all movies where they defeat the bad guy, which. I guess in this case, the bad guy is the Wild +4 generator. So.
Boy. Oh no.
So.
Oh no.
Oh no! Wait. We'll see what the Wild +4 gen will do. Once again, I'm just trying to get my foolish axe here and try to load this up. I'm trying to find it, but I think this is good for now.
You loading up?
There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to get these emojis in at the same time. But can you help me try to get these emojis in? You have the file, right? Could you try to load these emojis up while I get this going?
Let me see if I do. Oh,
yeah, because they're too big for Discord.
You sent me the zip, but I don't think I downloaded it.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. Just try to get these in while I keep rolling it here. But G will be the 1 seed, so I'm just going to. Nothing really to reveal here. G's already he already kind of explained. We'll keep it rolling so the fans can just not get freaked out. No poll there. So congrats to G. He'll be on buy on. All right, now the first match. Here we go. It's about time. Well, it's going to be crazy to say this, but for the first time in a very long time, Charles Sanford will not be in Region 4. Instead, he goes to Region 1. How about that? Charles Sanford. Is he here still?
I think so.
Charles
Someone's typing.
Samper. Let's bring him up. Oh, yeah, he's grading papers. Never mind.
Unless he wants to be brought.
Nah, that's okay. Charles Samper, if he wants to be brought up, we'll see how it goes. And then, of course, Retro Avenue, he'll be playing. Samper, 1-2, 7-10. This is an interesting match. This game is not streamed, though, so there's no need for any graphics on this one. This is going to be interesting. CPU's got Samper 4-3. I think this is a good pick, honest to God, from the CPUs. Samper is known to be a player that's, just has the experience round one. I think this is a solid pick. I think going 7's fair. He's trying to shake off some crazy demons. I'm going to go with Samper and 7. There's the preview. Of course, the old legend versus novice class. Should be a good one. And we got 1-2, 9-9. We got 1-2, 7-10. 48th, 54th last year. Samper, 2-time medalist. Of course, trying to get back to glory. We'll go to G. You got a prediction? We want to say it for the pod. Actually, say it for the pod.
I'll save it for the pod, but my prediction is someone will win the game.
Yeah, actually, let's not do you. We'll save it. Of course, my predictions are already being reviewed by the CPU. So, Shorty, you got anything here? Where's Heat Check?
Where the hell is Heat Check? That's my question.
Probably eating dinner. All right, we'll keep it going with Short. Any thoughts on this one?
Well, I definitely think the CPU got 7. It's definitely not too outlandish to say. Yeah, Sanford in Region 4. Sanford's a legend in 8 on the 8 line. Crazy to think, and it's going to be interesting to see who can break out of the funk. You'd think Sanford, but anything's possible in the 8-9. Those matchups are always coin flips, aren't they?
Yeah, they always are coin flip. We have something new with the easy poll. We're trying something new. Also, thanks for not worrying about going. I'm going to agree that's the importance of doing it. I got you, buddy. Yeah. Hey, man, look, we know you got a lot going on. We know school is very top of the line now for a lot of people, teachers and students alike. So no worries, buddy. Do your thing. Not a problem there.
Yeah. We're using. I was like, let's use Discord polls. Easy polls too complicated.
Jay Caesar had that magic. I'm not. Jay Caesar had that magic. He had that magic. That was
also the reason why. So yeah, vote in the polls. Vote in polls.
All right, now we'll go to our first. G, do you have the? Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I'm looking at the emoji. I'm looking at the emojis. I am getting the same issue where it's too large to upload. I'd probably have to resize it manually and create it or something like that.
No. There's Sting. Source gave me a website. He'll
go to tinypng.com. Tinypng.com.
Yeah, just help it there.
All right, first thumbnails anyway.
First stream game of the round though, and the first stream game is going to be an interesting. We got Stingray. Stingray is that was a little shout to Bad Brad. Stingray, classic Brad. But anyway, we'll see what Sting can do. He's had a good start to the year. He's been a player that a lot of people may or may not value in terms of wins, but he's done a good job. And well, he's playing a guy that is in desperate mode. He needs this one. He check guard himself. This is going to be a crazy game. He check guard needs the win. Sting needs to keep the momentum going. Sting's going to win this one 4-2 thanks to the CPU for that prediction. I think this is going to be closer than people think. I think this goes 7. Sting will get the win only because I got to go with the CPU. But something tells me Heat Check Guard's going to have something up his sleeve for sure. We'll go to Heat Check Guard. I know Short's got to keep it brief. Heat Check, what the hell are you?
Is he?
There he is.
You wanted me?
Yes, I did, buddy.
You rang.
Thoughts on playing Sting, buddy?
Look, I know Sting's going to be a good player, but there's something that's been on my mind.
Oh, okay. DJ?
And it's something that's just been on my thoughts because recently I've been thinking that all people want to do is just hear me talk, right?
Yeah.
All they want to do is just hear me talk, huh?
Yeah, Heat Check Guard.
Fine. I'll talk. But this is Sean R talking, not Heat Check.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, you thought I was gonna just talk heat check. Nah.
Oh.
Because recently, people have been thinking I'm gonna just come back and do the same exact stuff. Too bad. That's not happening anymore.
What the heck?
Because recently, I have been criticized, mocked on, made fun of, and downright played as a fool by people, not just players, but you idiotic fans as well.
Oh, he's just going full heel.
My God.
Here's the thing. It has been the same exact question every single time. What do we get? What do we get? It's what do we get? A new reveal show. What do we get? Heat check guard's gonna heat check me. What do we get? What do we get? You get exactly nothing. You get exactly what you earn, and that is nothing. I am tired of just having to be played at like a fool. Played at like I have just been acting like an absolute jerk towards most of you people. And that is not going to be flying anymore. But it ain't just the fans and the spectators. It's some of you people that try to do stuff behind the scenes, behind my back.
Heat check has turned into something new. It's just regular Sean Art tonight, right, Sean?
Because here's the thing, some of you people think that I have been just sort of keeping this under low for a while. Oh, believe me, I've been waiting on bringing this out. This ain't no heat check, but for some of y'all, this is what y'all exactly deserve. And believe me, if y'all wanted me to act like this, y'all wanted me to be the heel story character, well, congratulations, you earned it. You earned what you exactly deserve, and that's me finally having enough. You wanted me to be on this sort of thing, these reveal shows, and just act like my normal self? Well, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. You're out of time. I am not going to be playing these sorts of games anymore with anybody. Because at this point, it's just ridiculous. Y'all have shown me no respect. Y'all have shown me no appreciation for what I do, not just on this reveal show stuff, for what I have done for this league. And it's about time that I'm sick of how y'all want to do this. So as far as y'all are concerned, y'all don't need me here. Y'all don't need me. Why would I stay and get criticized for doing these sorts of stuff? Y'all can have a fun time doing whatever y'all want because it is not my responsibility to give y'all what y'all want and then get criticized right after. Why would it just need to be so simple for you guys? So simple. It's basically getting made fun of and then getting unpopular, unlike your fate. And everybody in here has a
This
favorite.
is great.
Everybody in here has a favorite, and all you know it. And here's the thing, I know I'm on the bottom of your guys' list. And if you like me and you are turning behind my back and saying that you hate me, here's the thing, I got 5 fingers. I'm showing you the middle.
Yeah, Heat check guard is turning to regular Sean Art tonight.
I
Insane.
don't care how long I keep this up. Because at this point, if y'all don't want me here anymore, I'll just get to the end of the year, and if things keep going south like they are, maybe I don't need to keep this up. Maybe y'all will do fine without me. Maybe y'all will do fine without my boys coming in here. because at this point, it doesn't matter. I'm not doing this for you guys anymore because you guys don't respect me. I don't respect y'all either.
Appreciate you, R man. Appreciate you. Absolute legend. Drops the pipe bomb. If you don't know what that is, that was G, you know this one. The old Brussels promo.
Well, that was not necessarily the pipe bomb specifically, but that was very similar to what a specific Jonathan Cena said in Brussels. But yeah, that was certainly something.
All right. Anyway, let's keep it rolling here. We got Thing Art. You know, this is going to be a good. Oh, Fitzy's here. What's good, Fitz? It's been a minute. What do you want to say to the fans? Fitz? Oh boy.
He's unmuted, so.
Fitz, what's going on, buddy?
Talking, we
Good
can't
man.
hear you.
Yeah, I think we might have waited too long, Fitzy. We'll get back to Fitz. We'll keep it rolling. All right, so we got the next match will be, well, an interesting match. Where did I put the? Oh, God. Where did I put the logo? There we go. Next match will be the 512. This one will be a classic Red River Showdown. We'll start it off with K Money, and K Money's had a good season, in my humble opinion. 3-2, really been on the game. He's done a great job so far this year. We'll see what he can do moving forward. And then he's playing Zach. So if you get the whole picture, we got the whole Red River Showdown. We got Texas, Oklahoma, and then the wild card. I think Sanford, that's a shout out to Charles Sanford. Because when we made this, we got the Red River Showdown. All right, appreciate it, Jay. Thanks, buddy. Red River Showdown, though. Should be a good one. Carson versus Zach. I think Carson really has something more in the locker. I really do think so. He's a guy that, in my humble opinion, can make the difference, especially when it comes to ammo control. So I'll go K Money here, 4-3. I like this prediction for the CPU. Sure, what you got real quick? What do you got?
1 second. I'm doing this post. There we go.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah, this is interesting because
Fitz, you there? Fitzy?
Oh, yes, no, I don't know. Anyway, I mean,
Let me tag him.
look
Fitz
at this.
can't hear you.
Zach's
Okay.
for Zach,
think you might have a problem.
that win against Brad.
Yeah, but this will be a good one.
Yeah.
We'll see how Carson does against good old Zach 103. So the Red River Showdown, the whole Red River pod, should be a good one for both players. Keeping it going here, and that I believe Carson was a top 25 ranked player. Zach's in the top 30. But I don't believe we have a single top 25 ranked on ranked crime match.
Am I
That's going
quiet?
to be an
Hello?
intriguing thing to keep in mind tonight. There's not a single top 25 match, I believe. Right, I didn't go full details, but that's where I'm at. We'll begin with Clay Wolf. And Clay, this coming up the 6-11 game here, Clay really has done a fantastic job. What?
Do you hear me?
What's wrong?
Hello.
Oh, what happened?
You can't hear me?
Can't hear who?
What the hell?
What happened, man?
Okay.
You guys can hear the boss, right? You guys can hear boss.
Oh, what the
You guys can hear me, right? Yeah, okay.
Hello,
okay. Yeah,
hello,
I was
hello?
gonna say.
Check 1 2.
I
Check
just
1 2.
rambling on like a bozo.
What the?
Now I don't know what we're doing.
Hello?
I just saw. Yeah, that was crazy, man. You just dropped off the face of the earth.
No, I was talking. Discord said my mic was working. Like it was showing like I was talking, but it wasn't. Okay, that was random.
Okay.
In any case, whatever I was going to say is irrelevant now because it's too close for me to reveal any more games. So you have to do a bunch of fill.
Okay. What's up, Fitzwater?
I will be back.
Okay. I'll fill in.
Hello. I apologize. My internet took a you know what, but I was gonna say about the Stingray Ord match before that other match. I'm defending Ord. I'm gonna heat check roast some people. And includes Stingray. Stingray thinks he can beat Ord. I got news for you. It's not happening under my.
He fits it in the building.
So if you fight and then harass him, I got news for you. It doesn't happen this
Wait
way.
a minute. That wasn't part of it. That wasn't part of it. Fitzy's in
Get
the
roasted
building,
in a sweep. Get roasted in a sweep, Stingray.
God damn.
I'm talking about you. Get roasted in a sweep. Art is gonna come out and harass you and come hunt you down and take your L in a sweep.
God damn. Fitzy, that's an insane take, man. Your thoughts on Heat Check R's great season he's been having, though, for real. I'll get the last one up there.
I think Art's having a great season. I mean, if people want to keep harassing him and all that BS, he's gonna come back and motivate and kick your ass. Basically, sorry, language. I know, stream. My bad. But anyways, back to the point. Back to the point. Art will come over and hunt you down and show who the real boss around this joint is.
Damn.
You're welcome.
Fitz, your thoughts on Sanford Retro? Who you got winning that game? Sanford Retro. Fitzy?
Well, I will say Sanford wins in 5. But there's no way Sanford's gonna lose this match.
Sanford 5. Okay, the legend Fitzworth. I'll do the last review on it because Clay Rogers isn't streamed. Clay, great season to start off the year. He's, like I said, he's been consistent. He's been doing his thing really. Yeah, sure he had that insane loss to Lane where he lost with basically every +4 in the deck, and he had none. That was probably the most unfortunate thing with his season. Austin Rogers, coach, has done a good job this year. Coach has been in the booth, really doing some good things. This is closer than people think. I really do think this is closer than people think. And I think Clay and Rogers, I think they're going to put up a good fight. I'm just going to see how you do the Discord polls. I don't know how to do that. Let me see how he did that. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. That's all right. I'll get a short back. We'll wait for that. What's your guys' thought? Fitzy, what's your thoughts on Clay Rod? I got Clay in 7. What do you got? Fitzwater.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to say Austin Rogers 6. I do not think Clay can pull off the masterclass that we think he claims he has. I have not seen the masterclass from Clay. All he does is get washed.
Damn!
Absolutely washed. Heat check. Austin Rogers wins in 6. I think Austin Rogers has his A game better than Clay's. So, Clay, if you think you can beat Austin Rogers, have been under my watch. So be careful what you wish for.
Fitzy is laying the gauntlet down early. Well, that's all we got, really. We have to fill dead air. So I'm going to interview Fitzy while I fill some dead here. Fitz, man, it's been a minute, brother. What you been up to? I know you had some interesting things go on. What you been up to lately? What's been going on in your life a little bit?
Well, I had mental health crisis issues that everybody's been made aware about. I took a mini 3-week hiatus I needed it. Things were about ready to crash down on me. I got the help I need. I'm getting more help in a couple of weeks' time, so yeah, everybody's been worried about me. Everybody's thinking like, "Oh, where have you been all this time?" In the past 90 days or so. Well, here's your answer. Yeah, it's just thanks from last month, and everything's triggered for the last 20. Haunt me again. Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but I was diagnosed with MDD and MID. Was a major depression, and yeah, it's been a tough road. I took 3 weeks off. I came back last week. Came back home like right after, and yeah, it's gonna be a long haul struggle. I thinking like, oh, where have you been? Well, there's your answer. So, I thank everybody for the support and everything I've been through. Yeah, I came back with a whole different May, whole new May, and but I still got the old me in here. In this. Yeah, I took decided, you know what, I need to get the help I need. My doctor's seen the bad vibes that's going on. I was admitted to the ER,
Good Lord.
and then I was transported up elsewhere. And yeah, it's hard, but I'm getting a lot better now. After I came back, I'm a whole new. I want to keep it that way, so I want to put my relationship with my 2 women in. So,
I hear you, man.
especially with Nona, so yeah, that was tough. But I'm a lot better now, so I want to say thanks to everyone for the support and that have been concerned about my mental state over the past 3 weeks. Well, I want to say thank you all. I appreciate it.
I know, man. I know you've been through the ringer, brother, and we love you here, man. You're an OG, man. You're an OG. We take away the heat checks for a second and these predictions. You started this league, man. We had the 3-year anniversary. Remember that meeting, Fitz, a week ago? 3 years ago, a week ago on Earth Day. You, me, Art, 12 hours. Incredible. You remember that meeting, right? It's insane.
Yeah, it was insane. I spent all day, all night on this, and I wish I could have celebrated last week, but I never got the opportunity.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I just wish I could have been there to celebrate. Take care of myself, I mean, it wasn't easy, but I took care of myself. That was the main priority before anybody else or anything else around here, So, yeah, that was tough. I'm a lot better now, so I'm glad that I got the support I needed.
No, I get. Listen, man. Everybody need that support. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people nowadays they're too. What is it? Too self-centered, or not caring about whatever. We always know you got it in you, buddy, for sure. You're still that old dog. You still got those.
Yeah, I know. I was for me to just try to get through everything I've been through the past 24 years. Try to get it all on my system. I've hated it for a long time. When I finally.
It's
a good point for me to just open up and just let everybody know, hey, I'm not alone. I've been through a lot, and yeah. So once I get back on my feet, hopefully next month when I'm fully out of getting this all out of my system, I'll be back to my old self with a new self. I'm involved in getting the confidence back. So I'm getting better stride by stride, day by night. It hasn't been easy, but I had days where I couldn't even do anything about it. It's been hard, and yeah, and I know it's rough. I know it's tough. I mean, if anybody else in this server has same issues I have, come talk to me in my DMs or whatever. I mean, I'm here. I can tell everybody my story and everything. So. Yeah, it's been, like say, a rough months. With the meds I was on before I left didn't help much. And then with the new mess I changed over, it's been helping me a lot. So I know everybody here knows me well and knows the situation I've been in, understands what I've been going through. So, I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, if anybody's got the same issues, I'm here. That's all that matters.
Fitz, no one's alone, man. This is important to obviously, we talk so many times, man. Fitz, how many times have I been there for you, brother? I've probably been your one guy in your corner. I mean, you're the man, right? You're the legend, right? And everybody here knows that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've been for a lot the last couple of years, and then some. With my own issues I've been going through, from my heart ailment, and now with my ankle too, it's been killing me. But from my heart ailment, through my mom suffering a stroke health, I've been dealing with the past couple of years and on top of that, and it's been rough. I mean, you've been my supporter, my best supporter, and I know you've been keeping an eye on me and everything. I know I haven't told you before I left or what I was dealing with, and now you know, and I'm alive and well. That's all that matters. So I take that time off. So I know a lot of people are worried about me, so I'm going to be posting on Facebook, on my social media here in a few minutes here, and let them all know I'm alive and well, and I'm back to my whole new self, right? Basically, So new confidence and everything. So I like to thank everybody here for my thoughts and supporting me through the difficult time I was in, and with other mental health stuff I've been dealing with, and getting the help was huge. So I got a lot better day by day when I was at the clinic, and then when I got discharged, it was the perfect time for me to come back. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to be back. So I know I miss you all. So that's all I can say, really.
Man, you're a legend, Fistwater, forever, brother. I think it's a great message, man, for sure. Anything you need, man, I'm always here, brother. We all here for you. Let's give it up for the legend, Fistwater, baby, the legend.
Thank you all. I want to say something quick before Short gets on. I just want to say I want to give a shout out to everybody in here, especially not only on the D1 server, but the D2 server as well. I was going to post before I was admitted to the ER. Never got the chance because I wasn't allowed to use my phone anyways, regardless. So,
I got you, man.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I'll be stepping back for a beat. I want to take my time getting back to reality and, and everything I've been through, spending time with my two women in my life.
I got you, brother. Yes, sir.
I mean, it's been a long road. I mean, I've told everybody about everything, and yeah, it's been one of those things where I need to take care of myself more, and yeah, that's basically where I'm at this point in time. I know I want to spend more time on here. I know that, but right now, where I'm at, right now, I need to take care of myself first of all. Second of all, I will come back, but I won't be as much. I will lurk. If anybody needs anything, hit me on my DMs.
Yes, sir.
I'll help you go through what you're going through. So if anyone is listening in the audience, if you have your own mental health issues, come to me. I will help you get through whatever you're going through. Like what I went through. I mean, you're all not alone. That's all I can say. So thank you all. I appreciate it.
Fitch, stay for the reveal show, man, if you can. We're going to keep reviewing some matches, buddy. We want you here for sure tonight. Everyone wants to feel that, for sure.
Oh, I'm going to stay here regardless. I ain't going to go anywhere. So, yeah, I'm going to stay here for a bit and then before I have to head out. So, I'll stay on for a bit and, yeah, so.
All right.
I ain't going anywhere.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, we'll move over. Where are we at, Short? I'm sorry, buddy. Short?
Go 2 seed.
Okay,
I know you did. I know. I see this. It's fine.
You okay with me doing a 6-11? Okay.
Yeah, you did it already. I can't take it back.
You put the poll up?
No, I didn't. I literally just got back in. I will in a minute.
Yeah, take your time. I try to fill some data. That's the legend, Fishwater, man. I want to say this one message. It's been a crazy night already, but yeah, absolutely, it's a big message. Fish, we're glad you're back, man. Keep fighting the good fight, brother. You've always been there for me, and we're gonna be there for you. And that's what this league is. It's about family all day. That's tattooed on my chest. Even though it's not really tattooed, it's always tattooed in my heart every day. Family, loyalty, every day, man. Always tattooed on there in my heart to know that, hey, we're all one big family. We're all pushing to be the best player in the league, but at the end of the day, it is a community, and we all got to get that respect. So I appreciate you coming out, brother, and saying that for sure. 100% on that. Sure, we'll get the next game going here with the poll, and then we'll move over to the 2 seed. Well, the 2 seed, going to be an interesting first 15. We're going to start it off with the guy we're making is a 100. The 100 starting it off with Andy. And Andy is a player that has been, in my opinion, just a high riser this year. He's a high rise building. He's been going 20 stories deep and really making it happen. You wonder what he can do moving forward, because if he can continue this great momentum, he could be someone to watch. Now, the guy he's playing is desperate for something. He needs something to go right, and that's none other than James Ellison. James has had a hell of a time. Let's just call it a hell of a time this year, where it's been nothing but no positivity. It's been rough. This is a game that I know a lot of people say James needs the kick, but this is Andy, man. He's looking in form. 100th game on game number 3. I just don't see a world where unless he really messes up in terms of composure, not happening. He looks like a reinvented soul. Give me Andy 4-1. We'll go to Fitzwater. Fitzy, thoughts on this one, brother? Oh, God, did he leave? Fitzy? Is he gone, buddy?
I don't know.
Fitzy, here you are. Oh, I think he left. He might be back. We'll go to Short then. Short, your thoughts on that one, boy?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right. So, yeah, I mean, we talked about it. A lot of people thought with how James Ellison played last year, we didn't really expect him to make it, through relegation. And he's kind of gone back to what the kind of pump and dump kind of strategy, just no control, just like going straight for the throat, no matter what cards or what the strategy is. And I think this will be easy work for Andy, and I think it's going to be in his
sweep. Okay. Well, we got Andy in the building. Andy, you want to come up, buddy? You want to come up here and tell your thoughts here? Feel free. You want to share it in your chat? Obviously, 0-2, 2-8 for Ellison, 4-2, 2017. Andy, 12th here last year. Of course, CPU going with the 4-1. Polls are now up there. We'll see what Andy has anything to say. Yeah, he's more refined this year. Just a lot better.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
In terms of,
yeah,
just way better.
Pull it out, but yeah.
Polls are up there. I think it'll be a good one. So,
and
Andy,
I believe was Andy's best tournament a season ago, T3.
T3. Yeah, I think that's a fair statement. It really was a player that's been just on the move, and it's good to see. We like I said, a lot of new people, new faces here this year that have been at the cream of the crop. We'll see. Minor typo on the clay ladder is listed as the 11 seed. Short. What's up with that?
Wait, what did I do? Did I do that wrong? No.
Yeah, Austin's the 11 seed.
Yeah, he is the 11 seed.
Wait a minute. Throw me off there. It's okay. Here you go. We'll see what Andy says. We'll keep it rolling here.
You're chilling, Leo.
All right. You're good. Next game. I can't believe this game is non-stream.
Yeah,
we're going to start it up. This is Peter on. Now, Peter, no surprise, right? 2-2. Is he back to that Peter vintage from, let's say, 2023? No. But is he starting to gain traction? Yes. The guy he's playing, 9 times out of 10, this game is streamed. It's not. Jesse Turner has had a season where it's been just unfortunate luck. Leah couldn't get the rhythm going with the late game, which part of it was the API. And then against that, he just got outclassed. I don't know what to expect from this game. CPU's going with the upset. I think JT's due for one. Honest to God, he's been here before. He's a legend. Peter's a master, former legends. The old candy battle, candy on candy, in a non-stream environment. It's been a while since JT's been non-streamed. I'm gonna go JT. I think he's due for one of those massage wins. I'm gonna go JT. What do you got here? Short.
Yeah, I think I think this is gonna be a real barn burner. I mean, JT, I feel you said it. He's definitely due for one. And I mean, I think it's gonna be. I think I'm gonna go bang on with the CPU. Gonna go JT in 7, but I would not be surprised if it went the other way and it went in Peter's favor in 7. Because I mean, he's done fairly well this season too. So it's just gonna. I think it's gonna come down to one last play at the end. Really, it's gonna be a nail biter to watch, and it'll be interesting to see what these two. Do candy on candy and the popcorn.
That's classic. That's the old classic. Just what we're waiting for. We'll sticky popcorn. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll see how it continues to go. Continue to roll for those two. Here comes Annie typing it out. As we will do that, we'll go to the last match here, or one of the last matches. Now, this next game, as always, is Annie typing it out here? No, we're good. We'll keep it going. He's just typing. This next game, this is a fan favorite player. How can you not like Jay Caesar? One of the legends of the league in terms of just being here. Great year start, at least 4-2, 20. He hasn't had the quad wins though. He's been talking about getting that fish win since
Last
forever.
year.
Since 2023. He did get one, but that was kind of a fake one, a fool's goal one against Redacted, which was fake. But been a while for him. Against Varigol is 2 years ago he won this tournament. 2 years later he's thinking about other things just to get a win. I would have never thought Varigol on a 14 line was even possible. But here we are. Caesar in 6. I just think Caesar's got too much. Master on master crime. You look at this battle, +2 skip, of course. Gold's got the medals, but Caesar, it's just too much for me. It's Jay Caesar, man. He don't miss in this kind of round. I'm going Jay Caesar here 4-2. What do you think, Short? Can't bet against him in round 1-2 either.
I can't. It's just that, I mean, I kind of said this about Ypez in a sense a little last year, was that, like, they were one of the hyped up players in this league. They won a tournament, made Super League in turn, and I just haven't seen that. And from Gold, I unfortunately just haven't seen that kind of player. I mean, maybe he breaks out here, but I mean, I just can't bet against Caesar in this spot. Like I said, I saw this with Ypez. I mean, obviously he was the world champion a year ago, and he's obviously come back this season and done a lot of great stuff. His own record. But I just haven't seen it from Golden, and it continues. The fall off continues to be studied. He's going to go 0-3 in my opinion. Although, it's tough to go against me because where you just hope for him and that the glory days will come back. But I don't think it's going to be against Caesar.
Yeah, Caesar's he's a mess. Puzzle Dan thinks he's going to go for the sweep on Jay Caesar sweeping.
Ow.
That's a heat. That's a little heater.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think the CPU is spot on with the 6. I think it'll go 5 or 6.
I don't
like
think
Gold,
the CPU...
like what Gold's been snake bitten, but he's still a good player. Like I'm not saying that he's terrible by my comments. I'm just saying that he hasn't looked like a tournament winner in a while, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, and we always talk about when you're at the top of the mountain, you're at the top of the mountain for a reason. When you're not at the top of the mountain and you go to the bottom of the barrel, you're going to have to really do some magic. And, well, I think for Gold, this is a great case of what's the magic going to be, because his magic lately has been round 1 exits, and unfortunately, it's just been a shell of himself. And look, you can always say, well, okay, look what happened. He blew it. He blew it, man, the Super League. But that was 2.5 years ago, or 2 years ago now. That was a long time ago. Things move quick in this league, and if you can't adapt, it's tough. We'll see. In Sonoria's style, it's been interesting. we'll keep it moving. The last game, what was that? Was that the coach game? Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
Clay
that
coach.
was. I can put up the preview.
Yeah, Clay coach. Your thoughts on this one, real quick? I already kind of.
Yeah, I think once again, I think that Rogers on the heater, probably doing better than he has in a while. And you know, and Clay, but it might be a favorable matchup for him if I'm being honest. I definitely think he could pull off a surprise there. In that 6-11, very interesting. I think it'll go 7, but honestly, it's a toss up to me. But I don't know. I feel like Rogers has a shot at this one.
I think it's a toss up. Rodgers got that huge Chomik win. Sure, he lost to G, but he's got a shot. I think this is a different A. Rodgers. Last year, I think he even said just was distracted and got to be locked in. And we'll see what he can do come tournament 3. We'll go to the pop. Sorry, cover your eyes if you a little bit on that one. But that's the old popcorn. What's that?
Cover your eyes.
Well, if you have like epilepsy, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
get those colors.
Shout out G with the bracket based designs as always. We'll see the full bracket.
He does a great
there.
job on that. He does a great job on that.
You'll see
G up
the
there.
rest of them later.
We got G, of course. We'll call it Bi Island. Maybe we'll think of some fun for the theme. But Bi Island, Sanford Retro. We got Cali on Oklahoma. Should be a good one. We got basically a 2-win player versus a 1-win player, and maybe a little bit of a playoff game. This one's definitely a game can control the pace against Ard. Carson Zach, little playoff game built for Zach. Right, he's got to get something going. That's a Red River showdown. All bets are off. Oklahoma, Texas. Clay, Austin, Rodgers looking to get a win. Clay looking to keep taking care of business. Caesar Gold. Can Caesar take care of business for Gold? Makes it I think Peter JT could be the match that you want to watch in this round, at least for this region. That is this whole 7-10 line, one thing I'll say, is very interesting to say the least. So we'll see how Peter JT can do, the old classic New York, Illinois, and then can Andy just not be really in the trap door, really? That's all I can think about that one. The old Cali versus Indiana. Does he not enter the trap door? Can he take care of business against Ellison? We'll see if Ellison can create a shot. All right, we'll move on to the old Soda region. And the old Soda region, well, you're probably going to guess who's there, right? It should be no shocker who's there. It's none other than the boss. The old boss is at the Soda top of the key. Look, I've been on this Bi Island a zillion times. It's an interesting start to the tournament to be on here. I kind of don't mind being on here for once. You're going to see a reason why tomorrow. You're going to see. Do not mind being on here. I'm the host. I could always use a little bit of a break, especially in round 1 when it's at the peak, right? 29 games. You got to be juiced, man. You got to be juiced. And I've been the most consistent player so far the year. I'm happy. I'm content. Now it's just about get a couple more wins, and we'll see you in Thailand, where it's my second home. That's my goal rest of the season, right? Just keep plugging away, and we'll see where we can go from there. So.
I don't know, man. I think that Bai has a really good shot against KT.
I don't think so. especially the way I live my life. I don't mind maxing, relaxing when I'm on an off day. You know, no shot. Anyway, we'll go to the actual games here now, and this game has a lot of intrigue because will we get a lost file match? We'll start it off with the guy I was supposed to play in round 2 before I had issues with scheduling with him. It was Abion. This matchup is eligible for a rematch because it never happened. Of course, how it works is if you never play the person, you're free game. Abion, though, intriguing. The only player in the league to really, in my opinion, we don't have enough data on. He's only played really one tournament. We know he beat William Brott, but we don't know what he's done yet, in my humble opinion. It's kind of a hard one to read. Against the guy that at least he found something in the last game against Drip, because this has not been the same DJ Curtis where he was absolutely a unit last year. Let's not forget, after this tournament 1 year ago, DJ was the 4th best player in the 4th best. And now he's nowhere to be found looking for a win. I like the CPU going with the upset here, and here's why. This was a rematch of last year. And Abion won that game 4-2. And DJ had him on the ropes. DJ knows this +2 meta. I think this is a scary game. I agree with the CPU. This is a little revenge game for DJ. He was a 1 seed here last year. It was crazy. DJ was a 1 seed. Abion was the 8, I believe. So this is an interesting. It's an 8-9 game to play a 1. It's gonna be a good pod. It's the Asian pod. I got some Asian in me, DJ, and so does Abion. So Asian flair. Bring out the teriyaki. I'm going DJ in 7. What do you got, Short?
Yeah, I think DJ's got a really good shot. I think he's finally starting to rebound from just an awful, awful trip to Athens, a nightmare trip to Athens, back in the fall and into the early winter. I think that game against Drip, he showed real promise that he can get back to he wasn't technically supposed to be in Super League because pro player, but he still had a great season last year, and he's that Super League, even we talked about house money DJ, and it just never surfaced, and it seeped into T1, and then in T2 he's against Drip, obviously started to find his old form, and I think he's primed to pull it off, and I think he will against Abion, who will be a little rusty, unfortunately, after that whole debacle with your game.
Yeah, I think debacle and maybe mentality too.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's just put it lightly. Caesar's not here tonight, but he was not taking fondly of what happened. I'm just going to say it right now. It was a hard conversation. It was a good conversation, but a hard one, and unfortunately for Abion, it's a lesson he's got to learn, man. And we'll see if he can, not pull any games and just get back to normality. Next game, though, this is a spicy one. It's the old 413, really spicy here. Starting it off with Sapir, the old generator, man. I'm going to say this about Sapir. It's been a season full of ups and downs. He got the big win, for sure, in what was it, March against Ellison. Then he lost to Clay. Then he took care of business against Steven, his old buddy, right, which was nice to see. Then he took care of Sanford, but then he got really just outplayed, just out-torched on cards by Gman. He's playing Knight, and Knight has been the most snake-bitten guy on power play the whole season. It's been just no luck, absolutely zero luck when it comes to power play, and that's my only problem with this match. This is a tough draw because Tapir is a rock-solid player. I think the CPU's spot on. I'm going Tapir in 7. I think Knight's going to learn from his past experience about power play, but at the end of the day, you got to know how to play that power play. I'm going to have to go Tapir in 7 here, sure. I think he's got a really good bounce back in him. What do you think? Keep the momentum going.
Yeah, I think Knight came out swinging T1, gets toast, and I think he's gonna play another one close with Tapir. I think he'll definitely give him a what?
They're saying the drive or something. Oh boy.
Yes. It'll definitely be a close one, and there will be lots of drives. But unfortunately for Knight, the red 4 will reign supreme, and Tapir as the 4 seed. As the 4 seed Tapir, I hope he's thrilled by this. I am certainly thrilled by this. He will move on in a close one, winning 4-3. I'm right on it with the CPU of this one.
It's going to be a good one. You talk about the 4, the old 4 card right there. So
look how many 4s are associated with Tapir on this graphic, you guys. This is truly a wonderful day for Mr. Generator. There will be no terror. The terror will be stopped. That is how this works.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one though, for sure.
It will be a good one. In all seriousness, it's gonna be a fun game to watch. I truly believe that. All joking aside, Knight came out swinging T1, T2, not still trying to break through and get that first win, and I would not be surprised if he pulls that off. This tournament last year, Tapir, he just came off a Final Four run in 2 divisions concurrently, and then he got reverse swept by an insane lane train. So I mean, anything's possible. Oh, I see. All right, so for those of you watching on YouTube, someone just hit end state. That was bizarre. Yo, that was crazy. That was wild, man. Yo, what's good? What's good?
What just happened?
I think no, Discord did some things. I think Discord just absolutely like torched everything.
Oh my god. We still
We were
live?
talking about we're still streaming. I just kept talking and then I realized nobody was responding and it's fucking crazy.
I didn't click on nothing, did I?
No, I think we might have hit the. I couldn't have hit the stage limit, did? Yeah, everyone got kicked. I don't think.
No,
I
didn't,
certainly didn't. I was in the polls channel on my Discord, so.
I got the auto log. Discord ended the stage for press conference room due to inactivity. That's a load of crap.
Dude, I was sharing my screen, bro.
Discord, this can't be happening. We're gonna get it back going here. Where did I leave off?
We're going 512 now. Go.
512. Let's keep it going. Non-stream here. We started off with the fastest in the West. Good old Ghost. Gotta say it quicker, KT. Come on now. But I lost everything.
Fastest in the West.
Right. There we go. The fastest in the West. Well, actually, it's going to be an interesting one though for Ghost. He has not. He's been quick, but he hasn't been the player in terms of game length as you think. He's actually played some long games, other than Cap and Mid. He's played some long games this season. Against Channa, this is a tough draw. This is a player in Ghost that will echo chamber the hell out of you. He's not a guy to slow down ever. He doesn't have a second speed other than one. It's just quick. 6 gear all the time. Too much Ghost here for 2. I just don't see a world where Ghost is just going to slow down. He knows a win here, and he starts to smell that with that the Pier game, which was a rematch in T4 last year, and he's looking to smell it. So I'm going to go Ghost. I think he's got too much. Rookie Jen has been all over the board this year. Had that great, incredible win for sure against Brock.
Yeah.
Ever since then, it's been nowhere. So I'm going to have to go Ghost here for sure.
Yeah, I'll say about Jenna though. I mean, you know what she did last year. She came in this tournament. You see the 10th place finish on the graphic. That was her first tournament, her best tournament, and that coupled along with that got her into the LCQ, and she was able to fight through to make the D2 championship and in turn make it here to this point. And I feel like it's gonna go Ghost's way, but I think it's gonna be 7. I think it's gonna be 7. I'm off on the CPU here. I think it's gonna be 7. Obviously we don't have a huge sample size on Jenna. I mean, she's only played now 4 tournaments regular season. Because like I said, entered in T3 last year, got the 10th place finish. So we'll have to see. Huh?
No, you keep going. Coach wants to speak. You good?
Oh yeah. 10th place finish last season in this tournament. It was June Gelato, epic theme. Crazy good theme. but really, yeah, both finishing top 10 as well in this particular tournament. Ghost had a good run last season as well, so it's gonna be interesting to see. But I think Ghost goes in 7, not 6.
Coach, what's going on, brother? How you been tonight?
Hey man, can't complain. How's everybody doing up in the MRE fam?
In the flesh, baby, all day.
Be
In the flesh, in the flesh.
Yo.
Yes, your thoughts on playing Clay Wolf, the hunting
Oh
wolf,
man,
Lone wolf, man.
I can't wait. I've got a lot of confidence coming into it, man. I don't know what else to say other than just let's see what else we can do. Keep building
Coach,
on what we've done.
You want to stay here for the rest of the reveal? Get some predictions, Coach.
I got you. Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. All right, let's go to the next game. I got Coach in the building. Coach Riders, boys. Let me tell you, one of the KT Riders combo is starting to come for Seth and KT. That combo is starting to get scary on the commentary, but we'll look forward to get some more stream games here. Looking forward to it. Let's go to that region, though. We'll keep it the same region as we. Oh, don't forget the polls.
The polls. Yep, the polls are up. Yeah, make sure y'all are voting on the polls.
Well, the 2C, it's a guy that wants to get some redemption. He got absolutely destroyed, to say the least, in his last game. You saw him against Myth. And for Vapor, look, it's been a good start to the year. It's going to be about building the confidence. We know he's hard on himself for a lot of things. I think he needs to shake it off and build that confidence back because M has not won a game this season, sure. But M has looked better than where she was before. Last year, she couldn't even schedule a game or was having infamous issues with Survivor Night. Yeah, or that too. Right, work, Survivor, whatever. Now looks like a lot of more intrigue with M coming into this game than the past. I think M's actually going to put up more of a fight than what the CPU's saying. I know the CPU says M's going to lose in 5. I think he'll go 6. I just don't think the only thing I'm worried about Vapor is confidence. When he loses bad, sometimes it can spiral out of control. He's got to get that. He's got to shake it off because if he doesn't shake it off, he could be in trouble. But I think Vapor takes care of business and moves forward. Let's go to Short then, Coach.
Yeah, Vapor. Yeah, you those problems are real for him, and I think, I do think M is definitely. I think the CPU is way off on it, and I think we're gonna see it go 6 for M, but M is gonna fall in 6. Vapor's got it, but yeah, I mean, we always talked about like if M could just schedule a game, she doesn't look she doesn't look terrible, and she hasn't. She's had some strong games over the course of her career when she's been able to play, and I think if she's level-headed, she's sane, there's no extenuating circumstances. I think she can put up a good fight, and I think they'll probably go 6. But it's still going to be Vapor. I'm truly.
Coach, what do you think? Classic 215 year Battle of the Sixes, G6, B6. What are we thinking?
Well, you know what happened last time I was in a 215 matchup, but nah, for real though, I think Vapor's gonna come back very big. I don't see it. I don't see it going 6. I'm gonna stay with the 5. Vapor's a 2 seed for a reason, so I think that's what's gonna happen.
All right, Coach going to make the prediction. Vapor at 5. I got the CPU Vapor at 5, even though I think he's going to go 6 with Short. We'll see, though. Could be a good game. Should be a fun one here. Now, who will they play? Well, this is an intriguing matchup here. For this guy, it's been a hot second. It has been a hot second for this man at a top seed. It's Ed ZM, but great T2 for Ed. He needed something to go right. Sure, he got torched by Monkey. Really just outplayed, really. Just couldn't find an answer. But regardless, he got what he needed. He got the run. This 7-10 line, man, is very good, though.
It's a very good 7-10 this tournament.
This is we got Allen coming in here, and Allen, hard to read with his season. Like I said, Allen had the crazy loss against Ashley that was unbelievable. Sure, probably wants to forget that moment. And then, I don't know what even the heck happened with him versus Leah and the reffing with Brett. I don't even know. I feel like we haven't seen the vintage Allen. Only Caesar and I really know that. I'm going upset city here with the CPU. I agree. I think this is Allen's time. He's been snake bitten for a lot of reasons that...
Oh my god.
What?
Look at the Puzzle Dan hot take.
Allen wins T3. Allen wins T3. My gosh. Allen wins T3. That is just something, man. Anyway, I think he will get out of round one, though. I'm not. The problem with Ed is a guy. You know what the real problem with this is? These guys are playing twice. That's the problem. They're playing in the KT Classic Challenge on Wednesday. I didn't even think about that. I set that back in February. So this is an interesting game, though. I think Allen would just.
So we're blaming Sanford then. No, I'm good.
No. We're blaming myself on that. We're blaming. Really, I foreshadowed that. I just think
I'm kidding.
I think Allen gets the win, though. He's due for something. Something's got to change for him because a lot of his losses have been just random. So I'm going to go Allen here. I think he's going to break out to that vintage form. I'll agree with that. Puzzle Dan at least on this round one for sure. What do you got here, Short?
Yeah, I mean, Allen, I think the only win he's got is against Kev, who is now not in the league anymore, who was already had almost his entire body out the door before he even set foot on that table in T1. So, and then of course came up to Ashley, and you know what happened there. But I mean, he still fought, he still battled, and I think that I think there's another example. The 7-10 line is very strong this tournament, and I think it's going to be a close battle. And I don't know, man. It's like I wish there was someone here to. I wish there was someone here to. One of them were here to call heads or tails right now. That's really what it's coming down to. I don't know if anyone wants to call heads or tails on one of their behalves. Maybe Puzzle Dan, since he's like totally.
He's going Allen. He's going Allen.
No, I mean call heads or tails for me. You know, I was asking them heads or tails. So.
Anyway, someone can flip that. I got to keep it rolling. Coach, what do you think, man?
In the flesh. Honestly,
Yes,
I think this is a really good battle. You know, early in the tournament. I mean, I think whoever wins this one will have a strong chance to even win that second one. I think it's going to go 7 games without a doubt. But I'm pulling Ziemba here, man. He has a couple pretty good wins, lined up in the in 25 already. So let's keep that battle going.
That's Ziemba. All right. Yeah.
Also make the note that top 10 finish he had a season ago in this tournament. That was really where the whole Edison light switch identity was born in that tournament. And he also had a top 25 finish in T4. So after that, I mean it's his best tournament, at least from what we've seen from him. So we'll see if that continues for him.
It's gonna be an interesting one because those guys are going to either get Vapor or M. That will be something. Vapor or M could be in for a challenge. We'll see. The 7-10 line, like I said, very strong. We'll keep it rolling.
The 7-10s are going to be must-watching, honestly.
Yeah, it's great.
They're going to be must-watch games.
Of course, we can't. Of course, we got to be fair. We can't just stream every game.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You even tune into the VC 7-10s. See that on the schedule? Come on down.
Be a good one, though. This one may be a intriguing game. This is a more of a tri-state game. We'll start it off with Logan from PA. Records aside, Logan has been really good this year. It's been shocking to say the least. A lot of people, where did he come from, right? But he's had that really good run. Of course, he had that heartbreaker against me. He should have had that one. Just misplayed some numbers. We can't control it. I think he lost a little bit of composure, too, towards the end. He's got to work on that. But other than that, he's been rock solid. Costa, his only win in his career is against Fitzy. It's just been tough. He's been playing better, I will say, though. He played really well against Toast, and some unusual things happened there. I think Acosta's due for a win, believe it or not. I just don't think it's this tournament. I think it's going to be too much Logan. Logan has been, in my opinion, just a better player all around this year. So I'm going to go Logan all day at 4-1. What do you got here, Short?
Oh, I just a little bit.
That's all right.
We back from this.
I'll vote on the Allen one.
I forgot to finish typing it. Just once I finish this, I'll give my thoughts. Go to Coach.
All right, we'll go to Coach. Coach, what we got, Coach? This is a 3-14.
I mean, I think they're a 3 and a 14 seed for a reason. I don't think Acosta won't fight. I'm gonna say it goes 6 here. I'm gonna say Logan wins in 6.
Okay.
I think Logan is kind of building up to get to that top that top 25 that summer league kind of cut off. I think Logan could be there. He's had a couple good matches, like you said, record aside, he's had a really good, 2025. So let's let him keep building on that, and Acosta getting some momentum too. A 4-2 loss in the first round of Logan is not a bad loss. Am I wrong?
I wouldn't say so.
All right, so you're going for got you. I got you. 4-2
Yeah, I
there.
wouldn't say so. Yeah. Definitely Logan's really making that breakout. The one of the shining spots of his season last season. It's kind of first time we really started to see what he could do was against Nam, of course. But he's had some solid wins. He had that round 1 upset against Monkey last tournament, and then beating Background as well to get to face Ashley. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get anything going against the world champ, and not many can, of course. But it's a tough draw for Acosta. I definitely think he's due for one, and I think I agree with Coach. I think it'll go 6. I think he's definitely got some fight, but fortunately, I think he's going to be 0-3, and he's going to be He's really going to start thinking about needing a win.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Of course, this year, as of now, we have 3 buys. Could have 2 buys, depending if Dark comes back. That helps a little bit.
Oh yeah,
on that front.
The more fight he puts up, the better chance he has at getting a better draw for next turn. But
a lot of novice.
I think Logan's on a heater. It's just not going to be. It's not going to be the time for him.
For sure, I think this is long. Tri-State battle too. So this is the Tri-State Pod Part 1. We'll go to the next match. A little preview. We got New York versus PA, and we're going to start it off with another New York player, Puzzle Dan. You know you like this guy, Seth Cole.
In the flesh.
In the flesh, baby. Seth Cole. Seth's a legend, man. We all know his streaming game is unbelievable. It's top tier. Commentary fills dead air like a champ. This is a out of all the 6-11, this is a tough one. But the CPU had a tough time on this one, predicting this one. Yoshi's coming in here after what was a disaster against Radden. Disaster. Probably wants to forget it. Scheduling was terrible. Radden played some games, and he just lost composure. God, I think this is going to be a crazy game. New York, New Jersey. This is a tri-state pod. We got New York, Pennsylvania, Jersey. This is a pod where it doesn't matter what the records are. It's state rivalry. I'll go with the CPU. It pains me to say because I'm from New Jersey, but I'll go with Seth here. I think Seth has just been different ever since he joined the booth. I think he's seeing the game a lot better. Yoshi has just been, I don't know, man. It's been just tough year for this. You got the G win, then unusual game against Ghost on a backup bot with the whole win situation, and then it just kind of lost it against Red. Just lost really to the drive after the games. I think this is Seth's in 7. It's going to be a close game. I'm on Seth here 7. I know Puzzle Dan already picking Seth, his boy, for sure. What do you guys think?
No. And you look at this. We have 2 guys that finished in the top 5 in the T3 last year. It's gonna be a fun one to watch, and I do think it's going 7, but I'm gonna go with the upset. I think Yoshi's gonna do it. The one silver medal to his name came as a 6th seed in this as a 6th seed. A season, was it a 6th seed? Masquerade May, actually? I can't remember. I could have sworn it was.
No, that was a 9.
It was a 9. Oh, yeah, my fault. Yeah, but he pretty close to 11. But either way, I think he's due up for this. And this was his best tournament a season ago. Got the 1 silver medal. That's the 1 accolade to his name, and I think he pulled it out in 7. But I feel for Seth, obviously picking against him because that's the man right there. But I just think that this is going to be a really good 6-11, and it's a shame that it's not streamed.
It is streamed.
Why do I have non-stream on it? I tweak it.
It's streamed. Yeah.
Did I do the?
I didn't have time to. I did not have time to check it. I'm gonna be honest. So
that's just the graphic. Okay, ignore that. That's streamed. I know.
Nah, that's streamed. That's 6-11 streamed. Clay Rogers isn't.
Play Rogers, yeah. Anyway.
Coach, what do you think on this one, though?
I got to go with my other booth partner, man. Let's go with Seth Cole up in here. You know, I think he
Yeah,
got
it is.
the. I think he's going to come out here. You know, that record does not look so great, but guess what? You're the tire seed for a reason. Go out there, show them. Go get you a Sweet 16. Go get you a Elite 8 here, right here, and go get you a couple wins. I think Seth in 5.
Ooh, wow.
I hear.
Wow.
Well, listen, this is the only match I believe where both players finished in the top 5.
Yeah,
this
this was their best tournament a season ago. Like it's gonna
This
be
is
an
the peak,
interesting
yep.
one to watch.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Yoshi ain't good. I'm just saying I just think Seth is going to go out there. I think he's going to have the advantage. You know what I'm saying? In the flesh.
No, I get it, man. No, look, I get it because, look, and for Yoshi, it's just what Yoshi's going to show. He had a tough one, right? You lose to Rad in the way that's tough because it wasn't anything he did wrong. It's just when you don't show up on time, it takes a certain individual to really hone in when something doesn't go your way. Everything's got to be set up to be perfect, and Radin got the best of him. I got to listen. I ate crow. I thought Radin was going to put up a fight maybe in 6 and lose, but he did a good job. He did a good job against Yoshi. Got to give him respect for that. He's definitely changed too, for sure.
Exactly.
Next up, though, is the slushy region. And this is probably the one region where, okay, who's the 1C on this one?
First.
Full bracket. Yeah, get the full bracket. I'll start previewing those matches. Here we go. Well, by the way, G put a little bit. This one's great. This has a lot of nostalgia on there. Of course, the old soda pop, the old bubbles. That's classic. I gotta say, that's a top job from G there. Got myself on a bye. I'll either get Abian or Curtis. Then we got to Pure Knight in a classic. I guess the old school, first new school D2 players in a sense. From the roots of that. Think about that one. Ghost Jenna will be interesting. It'll be a quick game, I think, especially for Ghost. He'll try to go quick speed the pace up. Jenna will try to slow it down. And then we got Seth Yoshi. That's going to be a good game. Logan Acosta, Ziemba Allen must watch. And can Vapor just avoid the 215. Got some good games. Definitely the 7-10, 6-11, and I would say the 8-9s here. Pretty good matches right here, I'd say, for sure, if you want to keep an eye on that in the old soda region as we continue to go on there. Now we'll go to Region 3, and that will be your slushy region. And, well, a lot of people have said, you know, who's going to be this 1C? We all knew G, okay, we all knew KT, but this one has a little bit more of a charm to it because we didn't know who was a guaranteed 1C after G and KT because, let's face it, we were the two guys that really just kind of ruled the day. Let's put it that way. We were kind of the two guys to rule the day on that. Now, I'm going to say this is the first time I believe in ever we've had a bye island of this nature. I just got to find the slushy region graphic. Just give me 1 second. I got to find it. Here somewhere. That's fine. Hold on. I'll find it. Don't worry. Well, I will find it.
Need some backup.
You got it.
Need some backup.
Yeah. Hit me up with the last 2 regions. The thumbnails that Zach makes. You got them.
Nah, I got you. Watch this. Boom.
I appreciate that. There we go. Slushy region. There we go. There you go.
Anyway,
anyway, we got to keep it rolling. I found it now. I know where they're at, but regardless,
okay.
we'll keep
There you
we'll keep it rolling. We'll keep it rolling. Well, it's going to be the first time in league history we got a bye, right? We got Myth on a bye, but you want to hear something crazy? This is 3 showrunners on a bye. We got D2, D1, and his own league. I don't think we're ever going to see something like this ever. Considering that we hope next year we don't have to do this anymore with the bye island. God forbid.
Hopefully.
But hopefully, you never know though. Life is life.
People retire.
Yeah, people retire. People got dumb schedules. It makes sense. But this is interesting. First time ever in league history we got 3 showrunners on a bye island. Oh, Unc, you want to come up? Yes, sir.
Back home now. I'm done.
Oh, okay.
All that,
let's go.
So that's why.
What's up, buddy? What do you want to say real quick? In the flesh.
I mean, I just been joining up now again. Now I'm done graying.
Good reveal so far?
I will say though, I'm disagreeing with you on the fact of Myth not being a for sure number 1.
I had to hype it up, man. Come on.
I'll be honest. That one was kind of pretty well locked in. I think from performance at least, just on performance of tournament. That's why.
No, yeah, he deserved it. He definitely deserved it. He's been a good listen. He's been high flyer.
And you
We've
wanna
had a
say
lot
the
of high
fourth?
flyers.
You want to say the
Was that?
fourth one?
He was trying to make a
If you
mythical
want to say the fourth one,
preview.
that's so good.
Yeah, that's what I was trying.
Trying to make
That's okay.
See what
You gotta hype it up. You gotta hype it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Can't just be bored about it. But anyway, all good there. Yeah, we
Anyways,
deep down.
the 1 seed is fifth. Yeah. Anyway,
Deep down,
let's go
gotta
8 9 8
little
9 8
flavor.
9 8 9.
Little flavor. Gotta have a little flavor. Can't just have anything bland. All right, this is a good 8-9. We're gonna start it off with my partner in crime from the old FBI. Good old Drip. Drip Drop. Probably the most efficient player in this league. Like I said, he's 7-6 all time, but he's 14 games under 500 or something. Just insane. He's definitely a player where, and even this season, he's 2-2, yet he's 9-14. He's had a weird season. He beat DJ, he beat Ard, and then he lost to me pretty bad with the fans, and then really just didn't have it against Chapez. But this is a tough draw for Goldie because Drip is a guy that plays a billion styles in round one, and you got to really know the style to beat Drip. That's the bottom line. If you don't get it in the first couple games, you're in for a long night. I think this has the making of going 7 because Drip doesn't play anything close. I think it's just too much Drip drop here. He's been a guy that's just been consistent in round one enough to say I can play these styles, and that's just going to get to the head of the rookie. I think it's going to go 7 though. Give me Drip drop in 7. What do you think, Uncle? What do we got here, Sanford?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I agree.
Yes.
What we got, Sanford?
Sorry, I had to say something else there for someone else.
You good, buddy?
Truthfully, I like the 8-9 lines. Just it was a little bit challenging to try and create all of them. I think for me, it's a tough one to call. I like the CPU's prediction. But I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna say Goldie 4-3.
You going with the upset? Okay.
We've seen it too many times. We've seen it too many times. The 8 line struggling against the 9. So I kind of hinted at when I typed up the thing about be aware and wary of the 8C curse. So yeah, give me Goldie 4-3.
Drip was the only 8C to make it out of T2, so it is interesting he stays on that line. What do you think, Coach? What we got?
I'm gonna go 4-3 as well, but I'm gonna go drip drop, let it go in the flesh.
Drip drop, let it go in the flesh. Simple as that. I like it. What do you got, Short? That's hard. That's hard act to follow.
No, you see there on the T3 finish last year. Goldie got that gold medal in D2 and T3 last year, and I think she's gonna win it in 7 over Drip. I think, that she came in from the beginning in D2, and I think that this was her best tournament, and I think she's gonna do that again. I think she's gonna come out on top in this one in 7. Gonna be a crazy great one to watch.
Yeah, 8-9 line is I would say definitely a spicy. It's definitely got some spice. Not as many as good as 7-10, but it's there. It's definitely up there for sure. Well, this next game, as there's the old Zero Sugar versus the old Green Reverse in the flesh. This next game, Crikey, we're back. Crikey man has been all over the map, and you name it. He's been up the mountain, down the mountain, back into the middle. I don't know. He lost to Monkey in T2, but it's been a solid 4-2 considering last year he was 0-2.
Basically.
What?
I said that's one way of saying it. Just anytime it almost needs no more words than that. Just you lost to Monkey. Boom.
Yeah, you lost to Monkey Boy, who's tore the study guide up. Never forget it. Never forget it. In T3 2 years ago. Never forget it. You just ripped it in Sanford's face. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, against the guy that we don't talk about anymore.
That he loved. Anyway.
But he misses
regardless.
to this day.
Yeah. This has been just a...
Never again.
What?
Just never again.
Never again. Never again. Never again. A study guide. Where has Steven been? I know he made Super League last year off of the D2 championship. He won the D2, but this isn't the same guy that I think was in Super League. This is just too much toaster guy here. Steven's composure has been the one thing I'm just worried about. I hope he can turn it around, but this is a tough draw. Toaster guy in round one is very hard style, and if you don't figure it out, ask Sanford by game 2 or 3, you're not going to win. I'm going.
Yeah, I was the one that.
Yeah, even though you got the comeback. What do you think, Sanford? Toastier versus Steven? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm never going to go against Toasty in round one ever. I think. He's definitely not while he's the higher. Definitely not while he's the lower seed. This was the tournament where he did get that start. So give me Toasty all day. I'm actually going to say 4-1.
4-1, toaster guy. What do we think, Coach?
I'm gonna say it's probably my first sweep prediction. I'm gonna go Toaster 4-0.
Ooh, a heater. Okay, I like it. Sure, what do you think on this one?
Now, this Steven's the guy that, where has this guy been that won 2 tournaments, or not won 2 tournaments, I'm sorry, made 2 Final Fours to start his career in this league, and the season for him was a tale of 2 seasons, because he had back-to-back 4th place finishes in the first 2 tournaments, then, as you can see there, finished 17th, T3, T4, fell down to 28th, and obviously the level of competition in D2 a little different because of the format changes, but he won the D2 championship out of nowhere in a sense. So I mean, I think the CPU is spot on though. Despite that, Toasty I think is going to take it in 6, but Steven's going to make it a close 6. I think these games are going to be competitive. I feel like if we aren't seeing this from Steven, what got him here, got him that special one-time only D2 ticket to Athens last year. If we don't see that in this round 1, if we don't at least see some kind of fight from him, I'm starting to wonder if this is. I'm starting to wonder if this is if we're gonna see the D2 champ go up and down, bounce back down, because. You just haven't seen much from him. I mean, the record says lost in 6 twice. I don't remember that's quite accurate, but I think that is. But yeah, I think I feel like if he's gonna show off his stuff, he's got to do it here, or it may. I don't know if it'll ever break out.
I'll put it this way: if it's not accurate, it's because we put something in wrong somewhere.
Well, no, I'm just looking at the record. I don't know if it was. I'm 6-game loss. Oh,
for what?
4
This year?
For his record.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he lost the 6 against Tapir and then Vapor.
Yeah.
That's right. Don't worry, we got it right. Toaster guy in 7.
I will say this.
Okay.
The good thing about being 0-2, the positive about being 0-2,
House money,
is that generally speaking, well, yeah, there's house money, and then generally speaking, there's very few people where they're going to be 0-2 and have only faced a quad 3 or a quad 4 guy.
Right, and then that's the thing. Unless you're,
you can have you can be a 4-2, but then 3 of those are still quad 4. Ask Caesar.
Oh God Almighty, I had to throw him under the bus like that. But yeah, he's had just no resume. That's been his problem. But yeah, it'll be an interesting one for Steven. He's got a shot at a big fish win. That's what you want here. Quad 1-2 players, especially on the 13 line. Well, this next match, this will be an interesting one too. I think this, out of all the 5-12, this is the most intriguing one. Starting it off with a guy I had a really good success against. Really, everybody other than G, the rematch into the Elite Eight for Larry Hu. He's had a surprise run to get there. Because ironically, last year he really popped off this tournament a year ago. And for Lara, it was good to see him make his first E8. I think he's really done some big things so far. he's playing Cody Lamas, and Cody, let me say something. He's been just, I don't know, snake bitten at times, trying to find some momentum. Gosh, I'm going to go with the CPU. Lara wins this 1-7. This is a toss-up game. Cody got the new thumbnail pick with the old Stanley Cup. He's still hunting. He's trying to go trophy hunting there at the old Panthers game. This is a tough draw though for Lara. Cody is a guy. If he just takes care of business on a power play, beats Andy, we're talking about a whole different story. This is not going to be easy. This one's going to be a sneaky potential upset. I'm going to go Lara in 7, but it's closer than people think. Zamper?
Oh, sorry. I know what I just said about Steven and not probably being that faithful in it. But I look at Cody and I'm like, there's got to be a point here where it's going to turn around. He's going to get that one win and then just skyrocket from there. And Lara being 3-2, I'm not overly confident in them as a 5. I mean, it's one of those. They went up to a 5 because of lack of anyone else, where they're at in rankings, stuff like that. So I think for this one, this is a spot where I definitely aim for the upset. I'm gonna say it's Cody. I'm gonna say 4-2.
Dang,
Cody
that's
and
what
Sid.
I was gonna say.
That's 2 in a row.
I was gonna say Cody. I was gonna say Cody Lamas 4-2.
All right, took the words right out of my mouth. There you go. You stole that one, buddy.
There you go.
I don't like this. There you go, bud. Sure. What do you think? This is an interesting one for sure.
If Lamas can't, this is another situation. If Lamas can't get it here, I just don't know when he will. Like it's just, and yeah, he's been snake bitten. He's due for it, but I just, I think I'm gonna side on the CPU. I'd love to see Lamas pull it out, but I feel like I feel like the beat's gonna go on, honestly. And Lara's coming off a heater, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. This 5-12-1 has upset potential. We saw Zach and Carson because that's a showdown of just state rivalry. Anything goes in that. This one is. Can really Lara just continue the run, right? Can he continue the momentum, and how does Cody try to break the momentum? That's what's going to be the story for sure on the old 5-12 for sure. Should be a good game that will be streamed. Now we get into this next match here. Starting it off with the world champ, obviously lost to Seth, right? But still at 6-2, has pretty much a really good sight visions there for Super League. We're going to run it back when we get to the September Classic, really.
Paid.
Yeah. Oh, William Brock in the building. What's good, Betty? Appreciate you, brother. Anyway,
There's no
Ashley
way.
coming in. No, Ashley's coming in here pretty hot. Someone that's coming in ice cold. Patch. Oh god, this guy. He got torched by Caesar. He played well against me, but
You moved up.
he moved up. This is a bad draw. This is a terrible draw. Ashley 4-1. I'm sorry. Pack is.
And can I just say this first before we go around the room here? This is a momentous occasion in this league. The world champ Ashley, for the first time, is not streamed.
Oh my god, that is unbelievable.
The streak is
25
broken.
I think it'll probably be a league record. I think her all-time in her career, she's been to 25 stream games. And that's unreal. That is never going to be broken again. I think.
Well, to be fair, considering we didn't really have streams on a whole lot until the tail end of 23.
That ain't going to be broken for a while. To be honest,
No.
that's probably one of 2 records that may stand test. That one and my record of being in 13 straight tournaments to make the second round. That's probably going to be it. Those 2 for sure might stand test time. But back to this. Man, we just talk about Pat Johnson's schedule, Caesar, KT, Ashley. What is this guy is getting no luck on the schedule though? Like that's some tough opponents. That's terrible. I'm gonna have to go Ashley for. I just don't see a world where Pat, even though he's improved. This isn't KT with the blacklisting. This isn't Jay Caesar. I'm not feeling a world where Pat's got a shot. What do you think here, Sam?
Yeah, no, and the problem is Ashley's not going to be looking at the idea of trying to avoid a matchup getting blacklisted. I'm going to say 4-1 just because I like Pack and I don't really want to see sweeps, so I'm going to say 4-1, but in my heart, I believe this is probably going to be a sweep.
What do you think, Coach?
I'm gonna say 4-0, Ashley.
Sweeping, get the brooms out. Short.
Yeah, get the brooms out in the flesh,
God damn. I like it.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I think Pac Johnson Game 7 Merchant's coming back. He's still losing, but I think he's gonna go 7 for no reason. I think Pac Johnson Game 7 Merchant.
You never know, man. You never know
Ashley
with Pat.
and 7.
He can. I'll say as much. I think if he goes 7, he's moving up. He's moving up to 15.
Oh yeah, he
like
is.
getting off there.
He might get a better draw. Yeah,
But
sure.
he's got to get some. He's had literally some of the most goated players in this league in round 1. Caesar's that's tough. Kate, that's tough. That's. I'm trying to think. Someone else had a really hard path last year in round. I'm trying to think. Oh, actually, I think it was Alan because Alan had heat check hard. He had myself and then Cap round 1, and then Seth. That was an insane round. He had some. So he's kind of following that Allen path from last year.
You can't feel bad for the guy. I mean, you're playing the 1 and 2 seeds. They're the best in the MRE for a reason, you know. So I mean, like, I was just there a 15 seed last
You were there, yeah.
tournament,
You were
and guess what? I'm now a 12 seed.
Yeah,
right.
You
win a couple
11
games, you get a little bit momentum, and you start building that resume. I mean, you're not going to make Summer League this year. Super League this year. So you just got to keep. You got to keep trying.
Summer League, what is that?
Sorry, I was thinking of
Double lead,
basketball.
baby.
Keep getting bigger. Keep getting better. Keep building that.
Don't
I mean,
give
at the end of
KT
the
any
day,
more ideas.
Oh man, my brain's flowing now. That's good.
Hey,
anyway.
KT 7-10 matchup.
Yeah, let's go 17. I don't want to get flowing right now. You know I will. Yeah, I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down.
No, 7-10 KT 7-10 matchup.
All right, we'll start it off with background character here. We'll go right into it. You know, background, I believe, is the highest rookie that's not seen yet. We'll say that. He's never had a home game, so that'll be interesting. He's going to play Public Enemy number 1, though, still, I think, to this day. This is rad. But listen, I'm proud of this guy. This guy was getting sour patched and shadowed Jerry a year ago, 18 months ago, and now he's a 10 line. What world are we living in?
I think it's right around this point that first or 2024. So
yeah, he's improved. I think background character has to be on not upset order, but he's got to be careful because let's not forget Rad just took care of Yoshi. This is not going to be something where it's going to be a walk in the park. I think this actually goes 7. I'll go background character, but this is not going to be a walk in the park. Radden has looked really good so far. He deserves his 10 spot. It's crazy for me to say that. I got to give him respect for sure. What do you think, Sanford?
I mean, to me, I think almost something. The one thing about this I'm thinking about when I'm seeing is you have background. He's been like a staple for getting past round 1 so far this year, and he's done it against good opponents. I mean, he's got Bradwin. He's got who else did he beat? Now it was DJ.
Who? Abian.
Abian. Yeah. So there's good wins there. I haven't seen enough probably to know how his composure is going to deal with a player that's like Radden, is how I'll say that. So he's definitely got to be on upside alert. I'm actually going to say this is where his round 1 streak ends. I'm going to say Radden 4-3.
Heater for Sam. You know what? I don't even mind it, though. I don't even mind it because
I really don't.
He deserves it. Listen, man, I'm the hardest guy at him, but let's forget the Yoshi situation.
It's a tough
right?
draw for a 7.
Yeah.
To get the guy who's
let's forget the Yoshi situation. Do we really know what style Radden plays? And, Coach, what's the beautiful thing about basketball? The element of surprise. What do you think on this one?
I mean, honestly though, I think it's gonna be background 4-1, 4-2, maybe. I'm gonna say 4-1. The reason I do is, I mean,
Totally
the most
That's terrible.
what?
Brandon wins the 7 and misses the start time, but that's a strike too, man. No, come on. Don't
No,
make
he's
that
strike
kind of
2. Then he's gonna. You say he's gonna win in 7 and while also starting down 1-0.
You're out of your mind. You better not do that. Actually,
That means he'll be
No.
down 1-0 to start the series, and he's got to
You don't
win
understand.
4 straight.
you don't understand. If background doesn't get, if he doesn't show up, I'm gonna get an explicit email. No, not happening. Show up on time. Keep going, coach. Terrible.
I think it's gonna be easy for background. Out of the flesh background
Wow.
in 5.
The flesh is okay. Monkey, you've lost your mind. I think Sanford. I think he might need to. We need to revoke his cookies and cream ice cream privileges.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's right,
No
Monkey.
more
Yeah.
cookies and cream, monkey.
No, actually, no. We're revoking his carrots.
No.
The flesh.
Not the
Nobody-
carrots. Oh my
Nobody
god!
let them. No take. Carrots
You don't
okay.
fight with cookies and cream, man.
Oh, I'm the Sharpies. Oh no.
You've
Oh,
been
no.
talking to Nam. You've been talking to ALP.
Anyway, Short, what do you got in this game? Keep it going.
Yeah, this is going 7. I think you talked about like where he was a year ago, with the sour patch and all that garbage. Like he looked like someone who could get relegated this time last year, and yeah, he looked like one who's getting relegated. He was putting entries on the blacklist himself, and he's really turned it around. And I think background's got it in 7, but he's definitely Radden's going to keep showing improvement as a player.
Well, he's got a chance. I'll tell you this much: he gets the upset win, he's back in D1, running it back 100% for sure.
Oh yeah,
no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Even though I think he's in a good spot, 1 win, considering he was 0-2 to start, he's already doing better. So we'll see. Next game, though, this one kind of unfortunately very similar to 215 on this one. This is not a good game. I'm just going to roll the punches. We started off with Lane. This was the tournament. He reverse swept to Pierre, and ever since then, he's been an airplane going to 40K feet. I'm impressed with this guy. I know he lost to Logan, but that was really on the league on certain metrics. What Brian's going to show. Brian is either hit or miss. He either shows up like a god and gets people to 7, or he's nowhere. This is a bad draw for Brian. Lane 4-1. I'm not even going to elaborate. This is
Break out the brooms for Lane. That's all I got to say.
Short says 4-0. What do you think, Coach? We're going to say it.
I'm gonna say Brian in 7.
What?
Oh.
I'm telling you, man. He didn't play his last tournament. I'm telling you, bro. I'm feeling different about it. No love loss for Lane, but at the same time, I don't know. Feeling this is my upset of the pick of the tournament. I'm telling you,
Wait,
Brian in 7.
He just picked 2 pick. He picked
Bro
2
just
in
pick-
Brian for this.
Bro just picked him. Oh my god.
What?
Well,
What do you think on this one? This is a
I
crazy
mean, to
one.
be fair, to defend it, I guess I will say this: Brian has been a staple of getting 2 and 5 records for a season,
Oh my god.
and he's not usually one to win a round 1 and 2 tournaments in a row. So I can buy it. I'm not going to predict it, but I will say Lane 4-2.
Okay, that's fair. I
I
think
wouldn't be
Brian
surprised to see Brian get it done, though.
Brian's got to lock in. He's got to really lock in here. That's the thing with Brian. If he can lock in, maybe he can put something in there. I can see where Coach is coming, but it's gonna be a heater if he pulls it off. There's no doubt for sure. Well, the last match we saved probably one of the most cracked ones for last. Let's say the least. Starting it off with a guy that I think is going to be very amped up for this tournament. He did not have the defending tournament champ of T2 like he wanted. The old captain of the 7 Seas. Cap is just a crack show, man. His style is low-hanging fruits, right? Play it low. Let's keep it on the low tier. And, what better way to spice it up than having hockey right with him? this is going to be a crack show. Unfortunately, I feel so sorry for Seth Cole because he's probably getting this game. This is not a game you want to stream, Seth. It's going to be over in 5 minutes. Cap 4-2, though. I think the problem for hockey. This is a tough draw. I think this is the hard. This is Cap on his 6th line is. That's just scream red lights coming off. This guy is better than his 6th line. In my opinion, there's two guys that are kind of missing.
I think it's the worst he's had since T1 of 2024.
Yeah, this is a scare. We all know what he did.
We didn't know where to play. We
all know what he did. We all know what he did at 2024. He started to beat G, but then he lost the eventual world champ. And then what did he do next when he won? So I think this is Cap all day. I think Cap.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut you off right there, KT. I think Cap wins this in 4, and I think Cap makes it to the Final 4.
Wow.
Heater from Coach.
I like the low card starts. I like the low card starts. I think it gives you the possession arrow early. I think you know what you have, and you know that you can end it early. And that's where the power plays come in as well. You use your power play consistently, and you win your home games. I mean, man, come on. As the lower seed, you got this in the bag.
All right, Coach, going for it. What do we think, Sanford? Are we calling Final 4 Cap right now, or are we going to go a little conservative?
No.
No.
I'm definitely not going
Absolutely
that far ahead.
not.
I could see a little Pat, though. I could see where he's coming
I'm also not saying this is a sweep because hockey's had some success on low card starts. So the problem I will say is it's tricky to call with Cap because he is good on the low cards, but at the same time, when he runs into someone that is also good on it or is just as quick as him, it can present some of the issues. I'm going to say it's still Cap that gets it done, but 4-2.
Okay. CPU. What do you think, Short?
Yeah, I think CPU's on it. Well, actually, no. I'll take Cap at 7.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be clear cut. Like Coach Heater over there is saying. I do think he wins, and I definitely can see. I mean, you can see the region now. You can definitely see a path for him get there, but I definitely think hockey's gonna get there. It's very like Styles. It's gonna be a quick and fast one, just like when Cap and Ghost played. It's gonna be a similar kind of thing. I mean, T1, I lost my first game in my career was against hockey, and he beat me in a gentleman's sweep in 9 minutes. So
that's what I'm saying.
This like they're both gonna go low tier, and they're both gonna go fast, and going to be over very quickly.
Yeah, Seth's brain cells will be out the door.
Okay, so I was gonna say over under of 13 and a half.
What on what the minutes, total minutes?
Yeah, total.
I mean, if it goes 7, I would say over, but I would say under if it goes like 5 or 6. I don't know.
We'll see how it goes.
Look at the path he has. I mean,
pick your own.
To make the Elite 8, you have to beat Ashley. I mean, that's a tough battle, but that low card start gives you the advantage a little bit. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, that's I'm gonna say
that's the one thing though is we talk about the new CSR is that Cap Ashley they met before, but I mean they're not gonna.
They've met.
It's not gonna be like what
they met 2 times.
Yeah, 2 times. Yeah, and we're not going to talk about that 565 MCSR crap. That's not happening.
Yeah,
so
it's going.
If they're going to go the distance with Ashley, that's going to be a war, and it's going to be 2 different. It's going to be contrasting if that were the case as you look around there. But even then, that's not going to be. That'll be a semifinal if you see on the bracket there. He's the 6, she's the 2, so they could meet in the Sci-Fi 16, but not the Final 4, the Epic 8, whatever. But that would be a blockbuster if those 2 made it. Legendary.
I do agree. If Brian pulls up the upset on Lane, though, Cap's got that one covered.
I think he's got that. Yeah, for sure. And I mean,
Lane is.
Yeah.
Lane's weird. Lane can either show up and he plays incredible, or he can win with games with no +4s, or then he gets either some weird thing happen in this game.
Yeah,
let's not forget.
And I'll say this, even though Myth's the 1 seed on Bye Island, I think Ashley's the favorite to take this region. I mean, she's world champ, but I think she should be the one that be considered the favorite, in my opinion.
We'll see, because as much as I like the world champ, we do know it is final season for a lot of people. That's the one kicker I got.
I wasn't even taking that into consideration, but yeah.
I'll go as far as she kind of wants to, or is
Ashley
willing
can play
to go.
the,
I think.
She can kind of play the system. She's one of 2 players, I think. Maybe 3 players can play the system. We'll see, though. We'll see how that one goes. This region, though, we'll have Myth on the bye. We got Drip Goldie. That'll be interesting. Toast Steven. Should be a fun one. Could be a crack show as well. Maybe anything about that one could be. Lara Lamas. Can Lamas get a win? Lara as well. We're going to get the momentum. And then we got an interesting game with Cap Hockey. Lane Bryan. Should be a fun one to see if Bryan can actually get back to that old vintage form in March, maybe. BC Radden. That'll be show up on time, please, Radden. That one. And then Ashley Mack on the last game for sure. So that concludes that region. Should be an interesting one. We got Florida at the top, Florida on the bottom is the 1-2 lines. It's interesting to say the least. We got SEC. We got Lane there's Bama, so there's a little bit of that flair going on there. It's top 3 seeds for sure. We'll go to the last region. No, it's the Candy region, and well, if you made it this far, there's a couple things to know. One, Sanford's not in Region 4. There you go. I don't think I'm in Region 4 either, so there you go.
Yay!
The streak of being in Region 1 or 4.
Yeah, that continues.
Lived.
Yeah, that lived. This will be the only 1 seed, though, having a game. So this could be a short out of this thing. Could not be, but we'll see how this one goes. Starting it off with a guy that's had a really good season to start, more of a redemption arc. You all know him and love him, Yepez. Yeah, the revenge tour continues. Yepez had a great year. Sure, he lost Lara Huo in the Sweet 16, but regardless, I think he's on a good path to really just not mess up and be on his way to good old BKK at the end of the year if he keeps going. I love this guy. He's always the boss in my heart, but MGR, I don't know, man. He's always going to be the boss in my heart, but as a player, it's just been rough. I don't like this straw for Graham. He's got a lot going on, especially with final season.
Break out the brooms.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Believe it or not, the CPU had no sweeps. I'm going to no sweeps from the CPU. That is unbelievable. I'm going to go 4-1. I think Graham will get a win because remember,
because he almost beat Chomik.
Yeah, it's true. But he should have beat Chomik, but then some collusion happened. Let's just call it that.
Content creation, not collusion.
Yeah, little content. Content. Good old content. But no, anyway, Yepez gets it done if I'm just struggling to find a damn where the hell is. Did I not? Oh, wait. What the hell am I doing? It's not a stream game like an idiot. I'm sorry. Keep it going. Yepez in 5. Who do we got? Coach, what do you think?
Yepez in 5.
Okay. Sanford?
Let's see. Can I get that off the way? Yepez sweep.
Okay.
I had to remind myself who it was.
Short. You said.
Sweep.
Okay. Nothing. All right. No, Graham is distracted too much. I'm gonna be honest. Well, we'll go to a better match. This one, buckle up on this one. This is the best 8-9 match. This is a buckle up moment right here. Starting it off with a guy that, in my humble opinion, has, speaking of sweeps, it's all he's been in. Sweeps, gentlemen, the whole season. He's either dishing them out or he's not getting where he wants to be on them. So Tago needs to find something here. This is a tough draw, though. And the reason why is these guys both play in the Super League. He's coming up against the defending tournament winner from last year. 1 year ago, Bad Brad, the miracle run. Anything's possible from Bad Brad. He said that after he won Masquerade May. This is a tough draw, man. I'm going to be honest with you here. I know Brad won the tournament last year, and he also beat Tago in Super League. But these guys both are. This is the best match, I believe, in terms of where they fit. I believe it's first and fourth, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a Final Four match from last year, 8-9. I'm going to go Tago here. He'll get revenge on Brad, but this is a hard. The CPU had a tough time predicting this. This is a toss-up. Probably one. This is the best 8-9 game. This is a tough one. What do you think here, Sanford? This is a great game.
Yeah, this is a great game. I'm intrigued by it. We've seen how many of these now where it's Brad's coming in at 0-2 now. If Brad does lose this,
oh man,
oh boy,
oh my god,
like we've given him so many chances in terms of, or like when you look at his resume. Plus, then we start entering the Gman stage of we can't just keep giving you a mid-tier opponent anyway, especially if you're 0-3.
Right.
And then Taga, I'm trying to remember what his record is off the top of my head.
2-2, 2-2. We don't have the cards very short.
Not a
I know.
must-win.
I'm getting it.
Okay. First and fourth, by the way. First and fourth.
I'll go with Brad. I'll say 4-3 just because 9 seed and all that. So I'll take Brad, but it's gonna be one of those where he basically he's in a must-win. Tago not so much.
I'm with you, Pez. This is one of the best games in the round. This is a playoff game, Coach. What do you think? 8-9 toss up. What do we got here?
I'm going Brad. I mean, just like me in T3, in T4, you got to go with the guy who's coming up, and I think Brad comes out on top.
What do you got going on? Are you busy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll wait for you to catch up.
What preview? Just give me like.
And I will say this: to be fair, the 8-9s are the ones that you would circle as they should be the best if we're doing it right. So.
Yeah, the 8-9, but this year for some
7-10, something in
the
there
7-10.
Yes. Those if we're doing things right, those should be the best games on paper at least.
And this game is these guys were they were top 5 players last year. They really were. Think about it. They were at one point. Brad was the number 1 player after this tournament. That's unbelievable. And now he's a 9 seed. It just shows you how fast.
And then after this tournament.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how fast the league moves, man. It's crazy. Competition is unbelievable here, and who knows what's going to happen in that one. Short, you still doing it? Okay. I'll keep filling dead air. You look at so far this region, you got all international, you got North American battle, South America versus North America, but it's North American battle. The Americas battle, South America versus North America, and then Tago, we got good old New York versus Washington State, so that'll be interesting. You look at these 4 players. 3 of them really have hopes of making Super League. We know Grim. It's been a long night, buddy. Come on now. But I think if you're Brad here, especially at 0-2, I can't even fathom a world Sanford if he goes to 0-3. That's not on my bingo card ever. JT, same thing.
I'll put it this way: neither was Gman at being 0-3 last year.
Yes, listen, man, it's been a long night. My fault. Final 4 battle, first and third. So that's even more. This is a podium.
They both have their. This is a podium battle, and both the medals they both got medals. So Brad got the gold on Brad's name there on the graphic. Got it from this tournament. The bronze on Tago's side came from this tournament last year. This is going to be a barn burner. Plain and simple.
2 winners, 2 tournament winners from last year. 2 out of the 5 winners right there. There you go. That's crazy. That's insane.
Crazy.
That just shows you, man, this league moves quick. It's unbelievable how fast we move here for sure. And the names change, but the game always continues to play. All right. Next game, though, we'll keep it moving. After that barn burn up will be one of the matches around. This next game, oh, man. Another game. kind of want to just get over this one. God, what a tournament he had. To make a finale where everyone thought he would be cooked on exams, unbelievable. Great job to the rookie. He's done a fantastic thing. He's playing his old buddy, though. He's playing a guy from D2 last year, Camaro. God, I don't know, man. Camaro is, he just got to show up on time. That's all I care about with him. I hope he does. Gone 4-1. I'm not going against the guy. Just
Gone 4-2. That's it. All I gotta say.
Gone
Sanford,
for
what do you think? 40 sweeping. Break the brooms. What do you think, Sanford? I know you're hoping for Camaro for the resume, but what do you got?
Well, yeah, for my the player me is hoping for Camaro win. I'm not gonna hold my breath for it. I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna agree with the computer and say 4-1 Camaro. Or sorry, gone 4-1 gone, not Camaro. Sorry, but yeah, player me definitely would like to see Camaro get a win.
Yeah, that is gonna be a barn burner for sure in terms of 4-1 Camaro, says Yepez. A
Ow.
heater?
Ow.
What's the theory? What's the theory behind the heater?
Throwing a curve, man. Oh, he's quoting Sanford.
Sanford, you said that?
Yeah, he said that by accident. He said that by
accidentally.
accident.
Oh, it's
And
just
then
for
corrected
resumes.
myself.
So
He then
Right
corrected
after.
himself.
yeah, that's okay. He corrected
Because
himself. We're good.
the exact quote was, "I'm going to agree with the computer and say 4-1 Camaro," and I'm like, wait, no, I'm.
You going with the
4-1
4-3 Camaro though?
But I
But
mean, Yepez going 4-3 Camaro. That's
I can understand it though. Well, because remember, these guys did play last year, and they both know each other's style. They were never here in this league last year, right?
It's a
they were in
different
D2.
vibe though, and I think we've talked about it with other matchups. Is like we've seen these, like we saw
See it?
Tapir, and we seen it with Tapir and Steven last tournament. You know, there was a rematch. They've met in the Final Four twice. And it was the third time, and then obviously, I just think, you know, it's different in D1. You know, it like D2 last season was very different than was this year, and it's different even from D1 period. So I do think getting that experience last tournament, going deep into that tournament, I think that'll prevail over Camaro, who they've had to win against Sanford, but just he's just not the relevant experience, and I think, and he's just not been able to break through since then.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting game for both guys, both going in opposite directions. I will begin here. This next game, let me tell you something about this next game. This game, if you thought Brad and Tago was good, this next one's right there as the sequel, man. Starting it off with a guy that's in the VC, Mr. Nam. Mr. You know what? In the flesh, needs something to go right. Did not have the Sweet 16 when I got swept by G. But he's getting a guy that he knows very well. This is a respectful game. This is Nam Brock. We saw this in Super League last year. Another game that we see in this region stacked in terms of names. It always seems to go that way with Region 4. God, this is tough because Nam has never beaten Brock. He's never beaten him in his career. He lost 4-2 in T5, and then he lost 5-1. But then again, he was laying off the gas in Super League. I think this is Nam revenge game. I think Brock is. I can't believe I'm saying this. He's going to 0-3. The fade's not going to work against Nam. I think he's ready. He got torched. I'm thinking Nam. He'll say his piece here in the chat, but this is a tough draw for Brock. I'm motivated Nam. He hasn't looked the same. I'm going to have to go Nam here.
He's losing.
I'm going to go Nam.
Yeah,
But this one he may say different. He may say different because he has a lot of respect for this guy. I know that for a fact. This one might be a little bit natural.
But it's Nam.
No, I know Nam. He has a ton of respect for Brock, but we'll see what he says. What do you think, Sanford?
I mean, I'm going to agree and say that Nam definitely says he's losing this. I'm. Brock has looked so terrible this year. I mean, the dude's got same game record as MGR. I'm not going to agree with the computer. Give me Nom 4-1 and Brock ends up on a 15 or 16 line.
No,
Wow.
God.
Wow.
That would be insane. I couldn't even fathom
I'm
that. What do you
straight
think,
on
Coach?
with the CPU.
Sure, okay, straight
I'm
on.
gonna go Nom 4-2. I just think Nom's momentum is a little bit better than Brock right now. I just think I want to pick Brock. I mean, I want to, but I just think Brock is just not looked up to par this year.
He's had. Yeah, I told you. Sure, I have a lot of. I'm going to look forward to it now. See, I told you,
he's losing in some other channel.
No, he won't. He has too much respect for William Brock. I know this for a fact. It's an inside story. Too much respect. I know it's Florida Georgia battle, but he's got a lot of respect for this guy. So I don't think he's going to ever be. This is the one guy in the league, and maybe other than myself, if he ever play again. He wouldn't play those games for sure. He's got a lot of respect for that guy for sure. I know now. And maybe Brian as well, because Brian should have had him last year. Let's not forget about that. Brian was on a different level last year, but we'll see how it goes. This should be a good one. Now we go to the 215 line again. This is oh boy, this is the craziest 215 game for sure. Go crazy with this one. We'll start it off with the guy who just got off the Final Four, Monkey Boy.
In the flesh.
Oh, yeah, this
In
one.
the flesh. Oh man. Well, Monkey, great tournament. Respect to him, man. He's done a great job. 4-2 to start the year. Got the Final Four after that loss to Logan. This is tough for AL. Sharpie, man. Sharpie versus Monkey. This is what are we living in? ALP could be very dangerous. Let's not forget he beat Peter as a 16 seed. This is going to be a trap game. I think Monkey wins in 6. ALP cooks. That is the wrong card, my friend.
Damn it.
That is not as Austin's
Wrong
flesh.
Austin.
In the flesh, but come on now.
Come on now. Green
Wrong
5.
Austin. I'm getting there. I got
You
it.
good?
I still got it open.
You're good, buddy. I'm going to have to go Monkey 4-2. This is a trap game. He's got to be careful. ALP can be dangerous when he has nothing to lose, especially on these 15, 16 lines. What do you think, Sanford?
Well, it's funny you call it a trap game. Oh, Yep, stole my thunder already.
Oh my God. Sharpie
like,
smeller versus
what on
banana
earth is-
peeler? God
How on
damn.
earth is Monkey a 2 seed? Let's be honest. Like, how on earth is he a 2 seed? He's barely in the top 10 on the AP poll.
We on his neck right now.
Okay,
In
Cody.
the flat.
Give me ALP 4-3. LaPlante somehow pulls this off. We've seen him
Man.
fare well when he's in the lower seeds anyway. So, and for whatever reason, Monkey, whenever we seem to get him up to the top, I think he was a 2 or 3 last year when he faltered really badly too. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game. Monkey himself says Sharpie smeller versus banana peeler. Oh my word! What do we got, Coach, on this one? What do you think? Upset City or does
I think
Monkey
it's gonna
keep it
be
going?
close because a little bit of that Austin Power in the flesh. You know what I'm saying?
Austin
But
Powers,
I'm
okay?
gonna go with Monkey here 4-2.
Okay, sure. What'd you say? I'm sorry if I missed you.
Monkey 4-1.
Monkey Boy 4-1. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one, man. This is gonna be a good one for sure. In terms of whoever stays the most composed might get the job done on ALP side. We'll see. Here's what I'm gonna say. This next game, though.
What is composure in a game between Monkey and ALP? Like, let's be honest.
There is none. Monkey's getting a little more composed, though. I will say he's getting a little bit better this year. I got to give him credit. He is getting better. He did play very well against Jay. What do you got? You don't got the card?
I know. I'm gonna get it. Just for the. Your shout out ALP.
There.
Got your card in there. There you are.
Yeah, everyone got a card. We have everybody getting a card. So there you go. Gonna be interesting though.
Except
It's gonna
for
be
Ellison.
interesting. Yeah, sorry, Ellison. We'll get him
Needs
hopefully
one person
soon.
to retire.
All right,
Ellison
but that's the
retired?
game. What was that? No, he's still good. No, H retired. You don't know him. You don't know him. You don't know. You knew
Anyway.
Kev. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway. Next game, it's the 7-10. This is a game scary game right here. Starting it off with the guy that I think took the biggest hit from a 2 to a 7, Chomik. This is a scary prospect for the person he's about to play because Chomik, He's coming off some personal things we're not going to say on air, but this is going to be a tough draw. He's got Arya, and Arya. I think Arya, Allen. We talk about package deals. I think Arya, Allen are in a package deal. So they're both at the 10 line. I feel they've just been kind of snake bitten in other ways this year. Arya, in a sense that had a 2-0 against G, just kind of lost it and folded. I'm going with the upset. I think Arya gets it done. I don't like where Chomik's at right now. There's a lot of things going on in his life.
Back-to-back losses in first round for Chomik?
I'm gonna have to say here, CPU's going. I gotta. It's a 50-50 game. This 7-10 line's insane. I'm gonna have to go with the upset. I think Arya gets the win. This 10 line's gonna cook because I have Arya, Allen, and someone else on the 10 line.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
I know. I saw it too. Don't worry. That didn't happen.
Okay.
Just keep going. Don't worry about it. Nothing happened.
All right, Caesar.
Yeah, that totally didn't say Chomik over.
No, shut it.
Over Richard?
Shut up.
That's totally didn't. That's not what that said at all.
Okay, very good.
It said nothing. Sanford, be
It
quiet.
definitely said someone over Retro. I didn't say.
Sanford, be quiet. I did.
Keep it going.
I didn't even know about any of the personal things there. I know type of player Arya is. She's definitely not the one to lose back-to-back round ones.
Oh, someone's got to give. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Arya. I'm actually gonna say 4-2.
Ooh,
Y'all
spicy.
hating on that guy.
Did I take it again?
It's that resume talk, man. It's that resume talk.
I mean, dang. I mean, he was a 2 seed last. Y'all throwing away my win, basically, saying that Chomik wasn't a 2 seed. Like, Chomik.
Ain't nobody saying he wasn't a 2 seed. He's just not 100%.
Yeah, but y'all
That's what we're
saying
trying to
he's
say.
got to drop. I'm just saying, like, personal business aside, Chomik is a good player. I mean,
Oh, he is.
Oh yeah,
disagreeing
nobody's
with
saying
He was a
he's
2 seed
not.
for a
Nobody's
reason.
saying he's not.
Didn't all your wins last year crap the bed somewhat after that though too?
yeah.
True. Got you there. What do you think, though, your coach? What do you think? This could be a I think it goes 7 for sure.
I think they'll say I'm gonna go Chomik is in 6.
Okay. Green on green battle. What do you think?
I'm with the CPU on that.
You going all right? Okay.
I'm gonna go with CPU.
Yeah, listen, this game's gonna come. It's gonna come down. This is a game of Chomik plays split ammo. Arya plays long run. What's gonna win out? It's gonna be well, happy birthday, Clint, tomorrow. But anyway, that's not the point. Point is, it's gonna be a game of can Arya get the long runs going, or does Chomik find the split ammo? And split ammo players, we know there's two. We know Chomik. We know Allen. Let's see, because everyone has been developing that style. It's almost becoming just everyone's in the back pocket now, so it should be a good one. This 314 line is an interesting line. This one has potential to be the best 314 if one person can show up. We'll start it off with the old March champ, Nick. Nick, pretty much a one and done, man. He did not have much going after the buyout against old Peter Onjak. Yeah, I know he's locked in the Super League. I know we've talked about Peter in the past losing the steam after March. I lost a little bit too towards the end of the year. This is a good get back in the game, make it happen. Eric Monaco playing Eric. You know what? Eric's looked really good. Let's face it. He took Ashley 7 and took Lane 6. I'm going to go with an upset. I still think Nick wins. I think Eric has a chance to go take the 7. Nick's got to be careful. Eric has looked really good for some reason this year. He's showing up the games. He's looking more cleaner. There's his new card, too. He just got the +4 after Dark left. It's a tough draw, but I think Nick's only going to win 7. I'm going to be honest. I think Eric might have something up the sleeve. What do you think, Sanford? Eric's looked much better, for sure.
Eric's looked a lot better, and if I'm being honest, this is an opponent that, when you compare to his other opponents, I definitely don't rank. Well, okay, I rank Nick higher on my list, but in terms of knowing on just track record, I wouldn't rank him as high. His resume is what carries him to that higher ranking right now for me.
Okay. We got Nick and Bill. We'll go to coach.
For sure win. Yeah, 4-3. I'm not going to be willing to. I'm never going to be willing to put someone's first win at anything more than a 4-3. But yeah, I'm going to say it.
Eric Monaco. Eric in 7? Okay. Sanford going a little heat. What do you think, Coach?
I'm gonna go Nick 4-3 here. I think Eric fights hard. I think he goes up like a 3-2, 3-1 game. But I think that nervousness and that rookie class he's in, I think it's gonna give Nick that advantage, and Nick's gonna be poised and come back and win 4-3.
Okay, that's fair. What do you got, Sam? Short.
I gotta go Nick 4-2. I just don't see him not bouncing back here, and I think Eric's definitely gonna make it a close 6, but I think it's a 6, not a 7.
We'll go over to Nick himself. Nick, if you can't speak, you're okay. You go, buddy. Come on up. Nick, obviously, I think we kind of summed it up, man. You just got to avoid the trap game. But this is Eric. I would say out of the 14 line, he's looked the best so far. So what do you got to do to try to get the win here?
Yeah. I mean, Eric. I mean, compared to the other opponents I've had in the past, definitely on paper seems like an easier opponent. But I'm never gonna overlook anybody. Just looking at this as an opportunity to take this as sort of like a tune-up game. You know, just get my mojo back. The good thing about going one and done last tournament is that I'm sort of used to going one and done in tournaments. So I just know in order to bounce back from this sort of downfall, you just gotta lock in on your opponent. No speeches, no trash talk. Just stick to the Uno. Head into the game day, take care of business. Look forward to the next opponent.
All right, it's going to go lock in. Well, I got you. Yeah, I guess that's probably the right approach, right? Eric, listen, everyone thought Eric would get swept against Ashley. Everyone thought for sure Lane cooking it. He's surprised people. I think out of the 14 lines, he's definitely the most dangerous, I would say. Especially since he got his new card, too. That's a little morale boost for sure. So if you're kind of keeping score at home, there's only 2 people left. And ironically, the last 2 people revealed get free cards, right? So that's the beauty of when people drop out. We'll go here. The last game of the round. Who will play either Nick or Eric? Let's start it off with a player that 1 year ago we were just questioning would they even stay in D1. It's been crazy to say her turnaround's been this big. But for Leah in the flesh, like that one, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Glad Leah's waited all this time to finally get their game review. That's the beauty of Region 4. But Leah, great season so far. Had the win against Allen, then lost to Ghan, the eventual champ. Definitely has turned it around for sure. This is a tough draw, though, and here's why. Bowtie is really dangerous when we get to the middle part of the season. This isn't a walk in the park. This was another game that the CPU had a tough time predicting. I'm going to say Leah wins this 1-7, but Bowtie just got swept, and I think that's going to add chip on the shoulder. Bo is really dangerous T3, 4, and 5 for some reason, especially T4. I'm going to have to say Leah wins, but this is closer than people think. This could be another toss-up 6-11. There's Leah's new card with the red skip replacing H. We'll get Leah in here, of course. Leah, your thoughts as we go to not short. Let's go to Sanford first. Oh, he's muted. Let's go to short.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one to see, obviously. I mean, Bo didn't have the greatest teeth. It was T4, really, for him last season. T3, not as well, but, you know, I think it's just who's going to have that breakout. I mean, Leah's still, you know, making moves, showing what she can do, and I think it's just kind of how... I think it's going to be another case of house money, I think. Whoever comes out of that one, who's going to have that? Whoever I think comes out of this may pull a shocker round 2. Well, may not be a shocker. Yeah, I think they'll pull a shocker round 2 unless it's like Monaco. I think they got a good shot at Nick. Whoever comes out of this one, what I'm trying to say.
Coach, what do you got real quick? Then we'll answer that. Sanford will answer that question.
I'm gonna go Bowtie in 7.
Ooh, okay.
I played Bowtie last year. Honestly, I think it might have been in this tournament. I don't remember if that's true or not.
I
played Bowtie last year, and Bowtie's a really good player. I mean, I think he has the,
tangibles. Yep.
But I want to say he has the tangibles, but at the same time, though, he's hit or miss. So I mean, I think he might be hitting this tournament.
You're gonna hit? Okay. Well, let's not forget he did hit in T4. He made that monster run. He was threatening. In fact, he made a Sweet 16. He was close to making Super League. He was close. Just missed out. He's usually a late season bloomer. Sanford, explain why Bowtie dropped 7 seeds in your thoughts on this game.
So it is a pretty severe drop. One of the things was that when you look at it, he is 6-11. The other issue I think was we had another player who basically normally when we look at a sweep, especially from the higher seed player, generally it's trying to drop them about the 6 spots. This one just kind of ended up being one extra spot after that. I'm forgetting why exactly there's. I think what it was because basically the 9-10 area became really crowded. Bowtie never really came up into the discussion until 11. And so for me, I will say maybe he plays with that chip. Problem I have of trying to pick Bowtie to ever win a game is I'm pretty sure he has been swept the most times out of any player in the league.
If that's true, I did not know that one. Yeah.
What was that?
If that's true, I got a fact check. They might be. He might. I'm not sure. I don't know the answer.
I can think of at least 3 where he's been swept person. I'm going to go with Leah just on momentum's sake. I'll say 4-2. I don't think this. It's kind of a battle of players in that mid tier for me in terms of where they're at in the league. So I'll go with Leah just because I'm on higher seed.
Well, Leah, I think does know Bo in other communities. I think 12. So this is kind of a friend battle. But Short, did you say your pick? I'm sorry, man. I'm losing a little bit. I think you did. Right?
No.
You went 10.
I'll go ahead, Short. Yeah.
No, he already went to me. Next.
Max, let's keep it going. All right, we'll go to the. I'm starting to get tired myself. Upper part of the region is. Yeah, we got. Hold on. You think I'd be reassured, but I'm really pretty scared about. I've got a lot of respect for the player. We've actually talked about Emery probably coming on. I was tending to do better. Rough T2 was any good. Could be vicious, hoping to keep them. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Friend on friend, I can keep it going on that. We'll see. Yepez Graham at the top. Tago Brad. This region's pretty stacked. Tago Brad there. We got Gman coming off the silver. You got Nam and Brock, a Super League match from last year in T5. Leah Bo, good friends. Nick Monaco looking pretty good as a 14. Chamek Aria, that's going to be an insane battle. And you never know with ALP as well. Better on these lower seats. I think this is probably the region to watch in terms of, I think anyone's got a shot here, especially that lower half from 2 onwards. It is going to be insane. It's going to say something. Leah, well, you're a 6 seed. You peasant
no,
1.
you
I'm
would,
pretty
you
sure.
would.
Elite 8.
Elite 8, yeah. Epic 8. Epic 8, right there.
I'm sorry, Epic 8. That's epic. Anyway.
It would be.
That's
good. Right here. But, you would be
Yeah.
coming through here. Yepez is up here.
It's epic, boys.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank Coach for coming out tonight. I want to thank Short for hosting this. Obviously, it's been a great time. We had I don't even know what that was with Discord inactivity. That was kind of crazy.
Yes.
Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But thank you guys. Appreciate you. Coach, appreciate you, my man. Always a pleasure. You come out, Sanford. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. Y'all be good.
In the flesh, baby. You be good, buddy. Stay well. All right, well, we're signing off YouTube. We're going to see you right back, ready to roll Thursday. We do have one announcement coming. I'm going to announce it tomorrow, though. You know what? It's a good announcement. It's a big announcement, but it's an exciting announcement. I'll tell you that. If you're in the VC, maybe I'll tell you early. Anyway, have a good night. We'll see you for Thursday.